So Julian Pace is the founder and CEO of Happiness Co, a Perth-based social enterprise dedicated to improving mental health, wellbeing and human connection. Julian has transformed adversity into a mission to help others build rapport, build happier, more fulfilling lives, and we're going to spend a lot of time on that today.
Don't try and link your self-esteem and self-worth to trying to be an A-grade student. Link your self-esteem and self-worth to trying to be an A-grade person. He would say it to me all the time.
Yeah.
And so being an entrepreneur or being someone successful in your career, same concept.
100%.
Don't spend all your time trying to just be excellent at what you do.
Yeah.
Make sure you're trying to be amazing at who you are. And that should be the prerequisite of being excellent. And I think about some of these sayings that is like, don't aim to be a remarkable person, aim to be a reliable one. I always speak about this on stage because I think it's probably the most important thing I've ever learned. You can be really good at what you do and still really bad at who you are. I was really good at football and still really shit at who I was. And you can do that in your whole career. But I didn't wake up every single day thinking about other people's suffering and want to try and take that away. Like, to me, that just drives me now, man. Like, I hate seeing people suffer. I hate seeing people sad, and I hate seeing people going through a tough time because I just know how sad and lonely that feels for you. So that's what drives me now. I didn't have that when I was young. So I don't think if he didn't die, I'd be even close to half the man I am today.
Welcome to the One True Measure podcast. I'm your host, Blake O'Connell. Each week we talk about success, not only success, but this concept of an internal and individual journey towards defining success. And this gentleman that we've got on today is a great example of that. I get the opportunity to be able to talk to some amazing people. We're going to talk to Jules today about really probably like his life journey, how he's processed trauma, how he's become the happiness guy, and then this awesome vision and awesome mission of being able to positively impact 10 million lives over the next 10 years. So welcome, Julian Pace. How are you, mate?
Thanks for having me, mate. I appreciate being here.
We're caffeinated.
We are.
We've
great morning chat.
Yes. Should we plug Sonda Coffee?
Yeah, we should.
Good one.
Thanks, Brody. Killed it.
There we are. Absolutely. All right, that was good. I'm going back after this. I've got some more work to do.
Good coffee, good people, though.
That is true.
Double whammy.
Hey, everyone gets an introduction, all right? So this is the part where you cringe and you think about, I'm going to talk about you, but it's important. We spoke about this before. So we'll give you a bit of an introduction. So Julian Pace is the founder and CEO of Happiness Co, a Perth-based social enterprise dedicated to improving mental health, wellbeing and human connection. Inspired by his own personal journey through profound loss, Julian has transformed adversity into a mission to help others build rapport, build happier, more fulfilling lives, and we're going to spend a lot of time on that today. Since founding Happiness Co in 2017, Julian has become one of Australia's leading voices in happiness, emotional wellbeing and lived experience mental health. An award-winning speaker, he has presented across 10 countries, reaching a massive 63,000 people through his keynote presentations, workshops, schools, community programs, and also corporate events. Julian is featured on Sunrise, Tonight, CSA Radio, multiple 7 West sites, and several other highly regarded channels on the topic of happiness. Known for his authentic storytelling and practical approach, Julian empowers individuals and organisations to take ownership of their well-being, develop resilience, and create positive change. His work has also earned him recognition as an Australian of the Year Local Hero finalist, Mentor of the Year award winner, and National Small Business Champion. Also, Happiness Co was named a finalist in the Telstra Business Awards for Social Changemaker. We spoke about that before. Yeah. Awesome company as well. Yeah. Big plug there as well. And also the competition, Perth Optus Stadium. That's a bit of an interesting byplay, Telstra and Optus. And I didn't even notice that in the sentence there. Today, Julian continues to lead Happiness Co's mission to create happier, healthier communities through education, coaching events, and mental health initiatives across Australia, with the goal of positively impacting 10 million lives over the next 10 years. You've also just returned from the Annapurna, I think that's how it's pronounced as well, base camps.
Yeah, ABC.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, in Nepal.
When I looked at it, you'd raised 163, but we've now at 170, so it's still going, mate. So we're probably likely to earn a little bit more as well, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's good. I think we'll probably shut the tin and get 200,000 out of it.
Amazing. You're going to get something from One True Measure after this as well, mate. And then also the important point, as we said before, is like when you're not this, that person doing all this stuff, your husband and father of 2 as well.
Yeah. Love it. That's
anything we'd add to that, mate?
No, mate. You are right. It's always uncomfortable hearing your bio being written.
It is,
but it's nice too. It just shows you that the journey's been it's such a fulfilling one.
Yeah.
But I always kind of still think of myself still being Jenny from the block, someone who grew up in Maddington.
We're going to get
we'll get to that. But when you hear all these wonderful things about your brand and the lives that we've been able to touch, mate, it's super humbling.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. And I mean, not to kind of go to the cliff notes, but that's the important thing that a lot of these conversations are about, is realising that people we're all on a journey. And especially when you hear, like, we've had amazing guests, yourself included, right? And we hear all these amazing things, and we think that this person's like this other sort of human. And the reality is that, you know, is that person has started somewhere and applied themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that you find that once you unpack all the people that you're talking about, there's some fundamentals.
There is.
There's some fundamentals that they get right, and most of the time it's very much about who they are, and, you know, not so much about what they do. And I think from an early age growing up, my dad was really good at talking about that with me. He said, who you are will always be more important than what you do. So all these amazing guests that you've had on, you probably find there's some fundamentals about how they conduct themselves as a person and how that creates results in their life.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to sitting down when I have a break between season 1 and 2 and kind of like distilling it together and saying, hey, like, what are the 2 or 3 things that these 12 people have...
Yeah, what's that secret sauce?
Exactly, because there's something there, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that I have noticed so far is that they're all on a journey. They have applied themselves, and it's taken time.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as an overnight success, is there?
No,
there's just not.
There's not. I think it's all, but that's, even if there was, it wouldn't mean the same.
That's right.
I think about if you gave us $1 million to start Happiness Co.
Yeah,
it wouldn't mean the same.
Yeah.
Because then it's an overnight success. Yeah. Because you get $1 million and it looks well, and you invest in all these things, and you might get the same result. Yeah. But I don't know if that's success. Because success is 2 things: how you measure it internally, how you measure it externally. And I think sometimes how we measure success externally doesn't ever pass the pub test internally, because you could have a lot of great things in life and still be miserable. Yeah.
Live in a massive house, have all the nice stuff, and ultimately, like, just not be fulfilled or happy, right?
Well, the research and the science backs this up massively. Happiness doesn't come from what you have, it comes from the person that you believe that you are. So having lots of nice things actually doesn't bring you more of it. Does it absolutely complement your happiness? Sure. But it is not the thing that brings it to you. So working on them fundamentals that we just talked about, that actually works out what would make you happy in the first place. Because maybe you think it's something that your mate has, and you went and got it. You're like, hey, didn't feel that great. Yeah. And we find ourselves living through other people's lenses, and we think 100%. That will bring us joy. And
social
then we
media
get there,
is a bad example of that, right?
Big one. Rather than working out what makes me happy, what makes me feel like I'm living on purpose and waking up with intent and have a good direction for my life, and then find the things that will complement that.
And that's the thing, you know, we chatted about it before, about this concept of the one true measure. Like it's an individual internal journey towards understanding what you want to do with your life and how you're going to define success. So that's one of the really cool things as well, that we've almost started to prove that definition in the conversations that we're having. Like, these people are saying, hey, look, this is what I see as success, and this is how I define it. And it's different for everyone, and as it should be, right?
One size does not fit all. Yeah. And I think, we are getting much better at that diversity and thinking, and also just getting better, I think, again, at saying that when you're looking at the stats and the data globally about mental health and wellbeing, and then you look at it nationally and you look at it locally, it's all alarming. So it's we're not depleted of nice things. We're not depleted of wanting more things, but we are depleted of human goodness and kindness, connection, being generous and working on something just bigger than ourselves, that community aspect, all the things that we know are true and good, we are depleted in because we're spending so much time trying to have more things, and we continue to find ourselves in that happiness trap, which is, if I have this, then I know. When I find that partner, I'll be happy in love. Yeah. And when I have that career, I'll be successful and happy in my career. And when I have kids, I'm going to be a good parent. And it's just not that. It is if you aren't grateful for $1, you won't be grateful for when you have 10. And the research of how the brain works backs that up. So if you can't be grateful for what you have right now, you'll never be grateful for what you have. So you've got to find a way to be grateful even when you have nothing. Now. Yeah. Because then when you get something, it's like, I'm grateful for this, but I'm grateful for what I was like in my life when I had nothing to show.
It's almost like accept now and disregard the outcome. Like, try and be And that's also another thing about success that I've noticed as well, is that the people that can know that they're working towards something meaningful, hard, right, generally, and almost kind of detach from the outcome. Like if you try, that's what you should be doing. And if you're in the struggle and enjoying it, that's actually success in itself as well. Like,
absolutely. And I think there's something that goes into that, regardless of what you're in, running a business for or an entrepreneur for, that your reasons over your results. Your reasons have to be pure.
Yeah.
Because your results always don't show up on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
If I base my success on the results on the scoreboard of Happiness Group and the brands, often it'll look like we were losing.
Yeah.
You know, when you're down 20 points in the last quarter,
yeah,
you're like, shivers, we're not good enough. We're not an A-grade team.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's the reasons that drive you, which is, why do you get out of bed in the morning?
Yeah.
And the scoreboard, if you show up enough times
and
you do it with good intent, the scoreboard will look after itself.
And the scoreboard needs to be inside, right? It's not external for everyone. It's like, what's the scoreboard for me inside that a lot of people don't. The original name for this was the inner scorecard, because it was that concept of knowing that success is defined by yourself from within, and true success comes from that point, right? So
absolutely. And even you reading that stuff out before, it sounds all great, but it wouldn't really matter if you didn't have really compelling reasons.
Yes,
it might matter to the people listening. But that's what you're talking about, the scorecard that matters, because when it gets tough, because it does, and when you're rock bottom and you're struggling with payroll, or you're just a bit lost as a father, or whatever it might be, it's not the results that remind you; it's the reasons that do.
Mate, I'm writing these down later. No, and this is a great segue, because, you know, what I like to do at the start of the conversation, almost like a conversation within the conversation. So like I do a lot of research about the guest, and I think there's so much about, you know, inspirational being thrown around a lot, right? But I think for you, right, you've experienced a lot of trauma and loss and in your life, but your capacity to be able to take something from that and make it worthwhile and sharing it with other people is amazing, right? And there's this quote, right, by Martin Luther King that I read, and it just, for me, made a lot of sense. And it goes a little bit like something like this. It goes, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. And I think that's the question I had for you, is like, how did you build the capacity to be able to just move forward when things were tough, right? And you were dealing with that level of, I guess, tragedy and loss in your life.
Yeah, I love that. And I love anything that's compelling to make us look up. Yeah. And these cliches that we have, and I'm full of cliches, but I love them. Because they're just like bumper stickers that remind me in these micro moments, because our life's full of them, to look up. Yeah. And I love a one-liner, and I love quotes that allow us to reflect on our life in a meaningful way. And this is, I guess, what mindset and attitude are really important. I probably didn't know the power of both of them until, you know, everyone's got a PhD in hindsight. But mindset is, to me, simply, if you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it, change the way you think about it.
So you mentioned like your attitude is your altitude. Is that's an example of the mindset piece. Would you agree? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, well, to me, it's like if you show up into your life every day, if you show up with a poor attitude, you'll get poor results. That's a given. Yeah. Fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you show up to your money problems with a poor attitude, you're probably going to get poor results. Yeah. These things are a given. So on the flip side of that, if you rock up to your life and you meet your problems with a positive attitude, I wonder how you deal with them differently. If you rock up with a positive attitude towards your marriage, I wonder how you deal with them differently. Because when you feel good, you do good. And so if attitude is about a feeling of feeling good, we are always better at dealing with our problems when we're feeling better. We have the capacity to be able to think laterally,
more creative,
and up and down, more creative, and our problems don't seem as big. So when we feel good, we do good in our marriage, our health, our career, our finances, every aspect of our life improves when we're feeling good. And it's impossible to feel good all the time. Yeah. But the point 100%. Is, and I see this a lot in our work, a lot of people wait to feel better to do something rather than finding that discomfort and moving into, okay, you know, my attitude and my mindset, I'm going to change something. And they move themselves into action. And for me, it probably wasn't too dissimilar to how when I was a young man. And that, obviously the tragedy I went through really shaped the man I am today, but it didn't come from a really positive story. It didn't come from a great upbringing. It didn't come from something that I always thought I was going to be an entrepreneur. I'm an accidental entrepreneur for sure. I never grew up thinking I was going to be a professional speaker and travel the world. They were just circumstance-based. And I guess simply I wanted to take something bad and turn it into something good. There's nothing overly complex about my journey and my career. It was just everybody goes through tough times. And tough times make tough people. And then how do you turn that into something good? If not, it's just a really sad story.
Yeah.
And there are sad stories everywhere you look.
Totally.
And you'd appreciate this. Bad things happen to good people all the time.
It's actually in my notes right here, mate.
Yeah.
And it's not fair.
Life's not fair. You'll never hear me say
but that's the fact,
fair.
isn't it?
Life is unfair.
Yeah. Accept that.
Yeah,
but table stakes.
Flip of the coin thing, no grey.
Yeah.
It's either left or right here.
Yeah.
Can you turn something bad into something good? That's only a choice.
Well, yeah, that's mindset. I mean, that's the way you look at it, isn't it?
Exactly. Because if not, I'm just like, it's just shit what happened.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate it, and it's heartbreaking, and I'll never forget it, and I wish it was different. And then you want do-overs. You don't get do-overs.
Have you heard of the concept of alchemy?
Yeah.
You've heard that? Yeah. So The Alchemist. You read The Alchemist?
Yeah, great. We actually read it on Basecamp collectively together. Yeah, because I've read it a few times.
Yeah.
But I thought, what a metaphor inside a real journey.
Yeah.
To read a journey while you're on a journey. It's like a double whammy again, which is cool.
The alchemy piece, I think about it, how it relates to you is like trauma, loss, experiences, and like this concept of alchemy, if people don't know, is like taking base things, so like lead, something that's got value, and turning it into gold.
Yeah, of course.
And like you taking base experiences that are often for a lot of people we go through, but turning it into something good, it's amazing basically, and it's something that we should all aspire to. But I mean, how do you think, what is it about your personality besides your mindset that has helped you in those instances be able to have the context, be able to take something positive from things that are difficult? Yeah,
I think it comes from that mentality and attitude that you're not always going to have a good day, but there's still good in every day.
Yeah.
And I think we're so hard on ourselves. We're our biggest critic. Yes. We're our biggest bully.
Yeah.
And trying to turn ourselves into a little bit more of our biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
And to find a bit more kindness and a bit more self-compassion and a bit more self-empathy. We're so quick to judge our mistakes and our shortcomings, and we spend so much time looking through the rearview mirror and not very much through where we're going. And that was me, man. All the things I'm expressing today, I was shocking at.
Yeah.
I was the worst bully. I was very unhappy and I was very lost. And for the people listening, for context of the tragedy and trauma, it's like I lost my father to suicide.
Yeah.
And that just changed the way I saw the world. It changed the way I saw people, but most importantly, it changed the way I saw myself. And it changed me for the worst because I was so lost. And when you're lost and you're broken, you look for things to fix it. Yeah. So I turned to drugs and alcohol to help me numb the pain. And when you've got a broken heart and using drugs and alcohol to make the pain go away, you end up making lots of poor choices and hurt people.
Yeah.
So one of the greatest things I realized back then, and I always try and encourage people to think about, is hurt people. But pain is real and suffering's a choice.
Yeah. I like that point. Yeah, I've heard you talk about that a few times because it is a choice, isn't it? Because there's a distinction between the two, right?
You can be a victim of circumstance.
Yeah.
It's like you reverse outside your driveway and someone T-bones you.
Yeah.
You're like, that person just messed up my car.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there are circumstances in your life that you can be a victim of.
Yeah.
But if you take a story and become trapped by it, you're a victim of your life.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes really dangerous and tricky.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Self-fulfilling. So that victim mentality, that you would know people, and I was this. Totally. So when people are listening right now,
in my life, mate. Definitely.
So for people listening, this is not us being self-righteous. This is we've been both there.
100%.
Number one, you blame. Who do you blame?
Everyone else except for yourself.
I was like, it's my dad's fault.
Yep.
He killed himself.
Other people. Yeah.
And if he was still here, I would be okay.
Totally.
Then I would complain.
Yeah.
About everyone and everything, and my life's unfair and no one gets it and you don't understand.
Yeah.
And then I justified.
Yeah.
I justified the drugs. I justified the alcohol. And I just could not find a way out of that trap because for a second and a moment in time, I was a victim of my circumstance, which is my dad took his own life. And then after that, it became choices.
Yes.
My dad never made me take drugs.
Yeah.
My dad never made me drink.
Yeah.
My dad never made me push away my mum, my brother, my sister. My dad, you know that saying, misery loves company?
Company, yeah.
He didn't pick my next friend group.
Yeah.
They were all my choices.
Yeah.
And sometimes people hate that extreme ownership.
I know.
Because you've got to look in the mirror, and it was tough, man.
Takes time.
To see, even looking back, I stuffed up 5 years of my life real bad and hurt a lot of good people in that. And you, again, don't get do-overs.
Yeah.
But to look back and take responsibility and ownership of that, and then decide to self-correct, can't undo what you did to your mum. Can't undo what you did to your brother and sister.
Yeah.
You can't undo what you did to yourself and how many times you broke promises to the person that you wanted to be. But what you can do is try and find a way to move forward. It doesn't change the past. It just helps you shape the future. And to me, I'm like, I knew that if I didn't make some changes, I wouldn't be here anymore. I would have been another statistic, and I would have ended up like my father. Because you might know the data on this. If you have a parent who loses their life to suicide,
it's 80% or something.
You have an extremely high risk of ending up taking your own life, which just shows you that you actually never really self-correct from losing a parent or a child.
That's
you just have to find a way to deal with it. And not a day that goes by that I miss him. There's not a day that goes by that I don't wish I can have him back. And people ask me this a lot. Are you really proud of the good that you do? And yeah, I am. But it doesn't matter how many people that we help and how much good that we do. That part of me who's that broken heart I still have, it will always be there.
Yeah, 100%.
But still do good anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Still rock up anyway.
Yeah.
Still keep trying anyway. And I think that's the great thing. But sometimes I think people that may be listening to this are trying to find that utopia of the pain going away. But if you could repurpose pain into purpose, sadness into strength, mess into message, fuel.
Yeah.
And I think when people listen to that, it gives them a sense of relief. Okay, that feeling I still have may always be there.
Yeah.
But you find something to do with it.
Yeah.
So people, have you healed your broken heart? I'll probably never heal my broken heart. But I use it for something different because he's my dad and I love him and I never want to forget him.
Yeah. He'd be proud of you, mate.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
You absolutely would be. We're both parents, right? And I just think about my kids and I just think about like what I want them to do with their lives. I want them to just be good people and do good, right? And I'm sure he was the same and you're doing a lot of good, right? And we'll get into that. And
yeah, he was a catalyst for that.
Yeah, it seems like it, right? So, we chatted about this beforehand. On the podcast, we just like to talk about really 3 key points, right? So like talking about your experience humanizing you.
Yeah.
Because, you look at that one page and you think, oh, Julian's just this other sort of monster.
He's wired differently.
Exactly. He just does things and they just, things just fall from the heavens, right?
Yeah.
But that's, hearing your story, like it's so empowering for people. 2, we talk about success and obviously how that links into happiness and what you're passionate about. And then we want to give, there's already been tools and takeaways now in that first 10, 15 minutes. I can already, there's things for me, right? But we want to give our audience tools and takeaways to be able to apply to their lives. That's the 3 key points. How's that sound, mate?
Love it. I think it's a great plan.
Let's talk about, I said Gosnell, so I don't know if you're offended by that, but Gosnell's, I just remember here. So Maddington, tell us about like how you grew up and like the start.
Matter and Gosnell.
Are they the same?
They're on the same. They're literally right next to each other.
My understanding of Perth is bad because I lived in Como and South Perth.
Okay, same.
Okay, right.
So, other than completely different environment, South Perth, Como, think about the geographical landscape of that. Maddo,
same.
And Maddo, Thornley, Gosnell, same. But rough. It was a rough place. But as I said to you before, you don't know it's rough until you look back. It's all you know at the time.
Gee, a kid, like it's almost like when you're a kid, there's like a nostalgia for it, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just accustomed to your circumstances, and school was hard. Growing up in that environment was hard. Feeling safe in that environment was hard. But it's even the circumstances that why you live in an area like that when I was growing up are hard. So we didn't come from a lot. So I remember doing the paper round on the Quokka.
It's the Quokka. I remember the Quokka.
I used to do the Quokka on a Wednesday night after school, doing it for just a few bucks. And
did Mum follow you in the car or something like that?
Mum did the car.
Yeah.
Then I'd sell Sunday Times at Macca's drive-through in Maddo.
Oh, you tell me the drive-through.
Yeah.
So people drive through and you go, hey,
it used to be a thing. So,
you're an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You thought about that.
But these things are just to make ends meet, though.
Yeah.
So I feel like we were put to work young to provide for a group mentality, which is your family.
Yeah. So that wasn't money for you, that was for the family.
Yeah, we all had to chip in. And I guess you learn that public servant part of you, or that to be able to grow to give, or what you do has an impact on the people around you.
Yeah.
So a shared responsibility that the common goal and the common good and the common outcome is a shared one. Don't know that when you're a young boy growing up, but you're learning some fundamentals, so, as you talked about before, some skills that you don't know that you're going to need until later, and then realise that many hands make light work. And we got through some really tough times as a family together. And parents, you would normally think, are the ones that provide.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, we all provided. Obviously, our parents provided the main source, but we contributed to an outcome. And that's a great thing for life. It doesn't matter if you're putting in 1%, 10%, 20 or 100%, that whatever percent you're putting in still has an impact on the common good.
Yeah. Did you think you must have got some gratification from that? You must have felt good. Did you feel good about a kid, or just like it was just that you needed to do it?
Nah, I'd probably look back and I hated it. I didn't enjoy it.
I felt forced to do it?
Yeah, and I got beat up a few times in the drive-through. I got mugged a few times by people stealing.
How old were you?
Yeah, probably 11, 12.
Man.
And like you got
the bum bag thing.
Yeah, bum bag, and I was going, because there's this cash in there. There's no card by them. There's no
no way. So an 11-year-old take his bum bag.
Yeah, because everyone's paying they lose change to buy the fun. I think it was like $2 or $1.50 at the time. I can't remember. Yeah. But then if you had a good night, you might have $300 or $400 in there.
Oof.
And that's we're talking about.
That's a lot of money.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And you got mugged and I just I was scared and I hated it, but I knew I had to do it.
Yeah.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where you can sometimes find a little bit that noble good, even though you don't know it's noble at the time. Like to still do something that you're scared about and you didn't want to do, but you knew you were doing it for the greater good for your family. So I didn't feel good about it, but I felt good that my family were getting good outcomes out of it. So that was hard growing up there, and school was really hard. So I dropped out of school young.
Yeah. Year 8, right?
Year 8, yeah.
I didn't even think. I researched. I didn't even think that was possible.
You're not allowed to. It's illegal.
So how did your mum just had to sign off for it and get or something like that?
Yeah. So my mum took a massive risk as you do. Like imagine convincing your mum to let you drop out of school when you're 13.
She must have just thought like, hey, like I can just see this must have been causing so much.
Well, I was just so distressed.
Yeah.
And this is going on for years.
Yeah.
Finding out I've got dyslexia and ADHD and can't read, getting teased and bullied because school was a nightmare.
Yeah.
So teased and bullied, and people called me dumb, they called me stupid, they called me an idiot because I couldn't read.
Yeah.
And that just destroyed my self-worth and self-confidence because you just want to be like everyone else.
Totally. At school?
Don't you? You just want to be. And the one thing you don't want to be is have any point of difference.
Exactly right. Now you're a target.
Now I'm a target. So then you're dumb and you're stupid and you can't read and you can't. And then when I was at school, I'm not sure about you, they used to make you have to read in front of the classroom.
Yes.
And I would get so scared. And then people laugh at me. And then before I knew it, I was spending all my lunch times by myself. And that just escalated to me being a target and feeling crappy and then becoming really disturbed by my behaviour. So then like acting out, getting kicked out of class all the time.
Yeah.
Getting kicked out of school, not wanting to go to school. So it caused my mum such conflict and distress.
Yeah. And
I told her, I don't want to go to school anymore. If you keep making me go to school, I'm going to run away from home.
Yeah.
So this has started becoming my story to my mum. If you keep doing it, mum, I'm not going to be here one day.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I knew that. I was just trying to get her to act.
Yeah.
And she finally said, okay, well, you can drop out of school then. And then she go, if you're going to drop out of school, then you got to get a job. So that was, imagine your mum, the pressure that she would feel.
As
between,
parents, right?
I feel like I've got an obligation to him.
Yeah.
But an obligation to what the box and the education fraternity tells you that you need to do.
Yeah.
And I feel compromised because if I make him go to school and he runs home, she'll probably never figure it herself.
Yeah.
But if I make him go to, if I let him drop out of school and he fails, what's he
going to do with his life?
I feel like she probably felt it was like impossible either way.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, you can't just drop out and do nothing. You got to get a job.
Yeah. And
then I think that, again, hindsight looking back was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. That was a turning point, even though I didn't know it yet. She
must have been a huge influence. I had questions about influences. She must be a huge influence in your life.
In terms of wisdom and heart and soul.
Yeah.
And probably gut feel. One thing she's always...
Goes on gut.
My dad didn't tell me gut. My dad taught me some philosophies on happiness and how to show up every day. But mum was gut. Trust your gut.
There's a lot of science behind gut, though. Your first response, right? Like, it's genuine. And if you know it, it's like often we go back to that first response, don't we? You're like, oh, I should have done that, right?
Yeah, I live by it, mate. Honestly, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. And it feels good, explore it.
Yeah.
So not just like reckless, good or bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If something doesn't feel good straight up, I reckon stop, pause.
Yeah.
There's probably something there.
Yeah.
And if it feels good, explore it and then make your choice.
Not just jump in, explore.
Just jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hired. Yeah. Well, let's date. It's like,
you're a good guy. Yeah. You're hired.
Be compelled to follow each one of them things. And generally, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck, right? So mum always gut. Yeah. And then I didn't really I wasn't happy, but I was happier that I wasn't at school. So my first job was a garden bin disposal guy.
Yeah.
Trash from someone's house, putting it in the bin.
Yeah.
For 5 years. Really? Guy called Mark drove the truck. I just got the trash.
Yeah.
And this is interesting, but the best thing about it was no one teased me, no one picked on me, no one made me feel less than.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't happy. But I loved that I wasn't getting teased every day.
Yeah.
It was like the better of the two evils.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel proud of myself.
Yeah, at least you didn't feel horrible about it.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was getting teased not being able to read. I got money every week to buy some things and have some hobbies that I could. Yeah. So I felt like that's pretty cool. I get remunerated for my work and I can have some nice things. But I wasn't. And there's nothing wrong with being a garden bin disposal guy. So if you're 100%. Listening to this and you're in a field like that, this is not about this. Is just about my journey. Yeah. I just felt like I was a loser because I was doing a job that I felt like only a high school dropout and a drop kick would do, and that's not true, but that's what I thought.
And what you think is often can have a lot to do with the outcomes, right?
Or what you think is what you become and what you focus on expands. So to me, I was a dropout and I was a loser and I was all the things that the kids told me I was. And that's not because they said it, it's because I believed it. And my teachers said to me, I'll never equate to anything because I couldn't read. And that's not true because they said it's true because you believed it. And how many times are people listening to this right now have taken a label?
Yes.
Oh, you're moody.
Yeah.
Oh, you're grumpy. Oh, you're not a nice person.
We say it to ourselves as well.
We say it to ourselves. And then you just because someone said it, we make it so. So that was kind of it for me. So having that relief from being bullied every day by my peers turned into another problem around anxiety, depression, not feeling worthy. But my mum was great. My dad was incredible in some of these years about, I guess, fostering an entrepreneur mindset. Yeah. He probably was reading the tea leaves a little bit.
And see it.
And he was an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So a lot of people that drop out early, mate, out of school, that end up being highly successful entrepreneurs. What the correlation is I'm sure is the fact that it's a non-traditional journey. Yeah. So they've got to make things up. They've got to be adaptive to the situation. Often they're put in an adult environment quite early as well.
Yeah, you got to think. You're around adults.
100%.
And adults think differently than kids.
How old are you? 13? 12 or 13?
13 I was, yeah.
Like you're with Mark, right? And he's probably, 20s or 30s or something like that?
I reckon he was in I think he's 35.
So a fully grown man talking to you, with kids, telling you adult stuff, and you're like, whoa.
Adult conversations. Yeah. Adult responsibilities.
Yeah.
He expects you to be there at start time. There's a way that you have to conduct yourself to be able to work.
Even as a bin guy.
There's a structure even there.
Exactly.
There's an outcome even there. There's some principles even there that you're learning at these ages. So I think because my dad dropped out of school young, you aren't as daunted by it.
Yeah. Because look, he's successful.
Well, he's got bars and restaurants and cafes. Yeah. And so he probably wasn't as daunted by that than my mum was. Yeah. Because every parent wants to get their kids a great education. Yeah. And my dad wasn't copping it like my mum was, to be honest, because they were separated. Yeah. So mum was seeing all the on-flow and impacts of school. And the stress and the anxiety. And my dad had this ability to, which is kind of funny in a way, that because he wasn't in my orbit every single day, my mum copped it, but he had this ability to give me a new lens. I could look up, and he would be really compelling about what he would tell me and his messages to me. And he would find me in states where I felt he had a real influence on how I looked at the world. Yeah. And he just kind of chipped away at it. We talked about success and results. Yeah. He knew my results weren't going to be an overnight thing. Yeah. He just had to chip away at trying to help me build my self-esteem, because it took me a long time to break it. Yeah. And I think this is important for people listening. It takes us years and years and years to become miserable.
100%. Yeah,
and
it does.
It also takes us, we've got to reverse that. So you can't just go, I don't want to be miserable anymore.
Yeah, great.
I'm just going to be happy tomorrow. But you've done 25 years of busting your life up. So I think he recognised that I've had a tough trot. So it's going to be a little bit of time and attention and care and grit to kind of get me back on the right path, which it definitely helped in terms of belief. It definitely helped in terms of self-esteem. And he had some, like, talk about bumper stickers and cliches. He was full of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of his career and what he was in.
Yeah.
But he would always say to me, don't link your... And I never forget it. And I've never forgot it to this day, and I run our brands on it.
Yeah.
Don't try and link your self-esteem and self-worth to trying to be an A-grade student. Link your self-esteem and self-worth to trying to be an A-grade person.
Yeah.
He would say it to me all the time.
Yeah.
And so being an entrepreneur or being someone successful in your career, same concept.
100%.
Don't spend all your time trying to just be excellent at what you do.
Yeah.
Make sure you're trying to be amazing at who you are. And that should be the prerequisite of being excellent. And I think about some of these sayings that is like, don't aim to be a remarkable person, aim to be a reliable one. That's what my dad was saying. Because when you think about any single time in your life that you've struggled, you call a reliable person.
Yeah,
they might be remarkable to you.
Yeah.
But what's the ingredients to them being remarkable? You know, my wife, she's remarkable.
Yeah.
I was like, well, tell me what makes her
she's always there.
And then
That's
you'd be like,
the first thing, right?
then like she's reliable, and then her outcome's remarkable. And I just think for him, to me, he was trying to say, be a good person has currency in this world, man. And if you do it right, things will open up for you.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense at 13, 14, 15, but I understood it. I liked it. I could see how he was living his life. I could see the impact it was having on people. It came a little bit of a true north. And then, as we talked about, life doesn't go to plan.
Yeah, he just back on the dyslexia piece. Like I've actually got two family members that have got it. Like, what's it like to be inside? Like, can you describe being dyslexic and how you function and how hard that is and what that looks like? Like, because I'm kind of now feeling a bit guilty that I've never actually asked that question, right? Like, of them to understand it, to be more empathetic. And like, what is it? Because a lot of people suffer from it, right?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And it's like, you know, going to the school system is great in so many different ways, but the reality is about putting people in boxes. And those, if you don't fit the box and you're young, like I'm seeing it now with kids, like even 5 or 6, right? Like the system is designed to put you in boxes. And if you don't fit in a box, i.e. you're dyslexic and you can't hit, say, writing or reading outcomes at a certain time, immediately, like you're starting behind the 8 ball.
Well, there's a natural order to things, isn't there?
Yeah.
You grow up, you go to school, you get good grades, you go to high school, you get good grades, you go to university, you get the best job. Yeah. That's the natural order of what we're sold is apparently the pathway.
Yeah.
So then people with dyslexia, that pathway is not there.
Yeah. So you've got to make your own pathway.
Because you can't go to university if you can't read. Yeah. So it's not a pathway. Yeah. And that's heartbreaking because it's the only path that you know at the time, because no one's selling, there's no other script. No one's selling you the other side yet. You don't go into school. When I was at school, they're saying, hey, because you can't read, these are your pathways. They're just like,
you can't do it.
You can't do it. There was no, these are your 10 options. And we've got much better now at working with dyslexia inside schools, recognising it young, intervening early. Yeah. So kids don't lose their self-esteem in it.
Early, yeah.
Because once you lose your self-esteem in it, it's like you can't read and you lose who you are. And just because you can't read doesn't make you broken. Just because you can't read, Matt, doesn't mean you're not good enough, because no one's teaching it. You just embody the two. Well, I can't read, so my path's gone. Yeah. So there's something wrong with me. And there is nothing worse than feeling broken. So for the challenges that come with dyslexia are like that sheet of paper that you have in front of you right now. It brings me anxiety, and I wouldn't be able to read it the way you could. Yeah. And the information that you'd be able to take from reading that, I can't obtain. Yeah. So I might read something, it takes me 10 times to read it just to take a little bit of information from it. Yeah. So it's not effective. Yeah. So think about effective goodness, so written literature. So for instance, that piece of paper. Yeah. Take me 10 times to read it to understand what you're even saying, and I might only get 5% of it. Like that seems like a lot of effort to only get 5%. So you've got to squeeze so much from the lemon to even get a drop. And it's exhausting, man.
That's a great way to describe it. That gives me really good context to understand like the effort that goes involved.
The effort. And imagine do you know how exhausting it is to keep wanting to do that though?
No.
And
as a kid as well.
You don't get a lot from one drop of lemon. Like how can you build success on that? Because you're like, it's going to take me years and years and years to get a cup of lemon juice.
Yeah.
There's the metaphor here.
Yeah.
You give up.
Yeah. Especially you're a kid. You don't think in long term. You're thinking, I just want to feel good now.
I just want that cup of juice right now. Yeah. So to me, I'm like, what's the point? What is the point of even trying? Because when I do try, I fall short.
Yeah.
And then remember, the whole world around you is telling you there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So then what's the point of squeezing it anyway? So then you might as well not even try. So that's what I think a lot of people would resonate with if they have dyslexia about just like you're just defeated. You feel like you got two hands tied behind your back. Not one, two hands tied behind your back in a boxing fight.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is kind of daunt and run. But you don't have any ability to try and defend yourself and get yourself in a winning position to have anything good in life because there's no other option. Now there is. But that's how it was. And it doesn't go away, by the way. The world's changed. So the challenge of reading and writing for me is still apparent. And it's still frustrating and it's still hard. And you know what? It's still hard to squeeze the lemon. But I've got all these mechanics around me now and all these mechanisms around me now that allow me to do things differently. So university now allows oral presentations.
Yeah.
So I could listen to podcasts and listen to learning. And then I could, if you ask me to submit my findings in my exam through me talking to you, you're like, oh, Jules, that's a tick.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
that's pretty cool.
Given to me when I was 13. So imagine if I was 13 and they said, hey, Jules, you can talk your answers and you can listen to your answers and then you can repeat them. Still hard, but no harder than anyone who's good as a bookworm. Still hard to study and apply yourself, and it's still hard to put it on the piece of paper in your exams. It would just it would have given me a fighting chance. It makes sense?
It does. That the first job, right? The bin job. Did you do it for 5 years?
Yeah, I reckon it's probably slightly under that until I hurt myself playing football and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think the first job, a lot of us have our first job and we remember it and it teaches a lot, right? Like, what do you reckon a couple of those things that you learnt from? Or what did you... Because it's not an ideal situation, right? But I think you must have learnt some foundational stuff there.
Yeah, I think I learned hard work. It was a hard job.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Physically demanding.
Yeah, and like you're busting your hands up. It's freezing cold. It's raining. It's you're jumping in and out of a truck. It's physically demanding. It's emotional discomfort because you're cold. It's long days. Yeah. The food that you're having is probably not the most beneficial.
Yeah. You just want something hot.
It's just like it's like sometimes like a tradie job, right? You're going to the 24/7 deli on the corner and just getting whatever you can to get to the next moment. So, but learning hard work and learning that hard work always works is probably the lesson. That we would have a schedule for the day and we would have to work really hard to get to that schedule, to get to an outcome as a method. That, A, B, C, D, and you can't take shortcuts because if you take a shortcut, someone's bin didn't get picked up. So there was an expectation from the market from what they wanted, the service they were paying for, and the service they expected and wanted to receive, and then our job was to provide that and deliver that. If we miss the bin, that causes impact for someone because then they have no capacity to put more stuff in there, whatever they're doing in their house. So you realise that cause or effect, don't you?
There's responsibility in every role, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
even in that. And I think that fundamentally life, we overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
But it simply is this. Life is always about the choices that you make.
Yeah.
Do you choose to miss the bin or not?
Yeah.
Do you choose to take shortcuts or not?
Yeah, yeah.
And how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So for me, I think not knowing this at 14 with my dad's kind of wraparound entrepreneur philosophy is like how you do anything's how you do everything.
Yeah.
Hard work always works. Life's going to be hard. Choose your hard. I would not say to anybody listening to this that I would say that life has been easy and your life has not been easy. No one comes from easy. Yeah. Life is hard. So you got to choose your hard.
Yeah.
Hard being unhappy. Hard being happy.
Being happy.
You've heard this concept before. Hard being unhappy in love. Hard being happy in love. Hard being broke. Hard being financially free.
Yeah.
So I think what it taught me, mate, is that I was going to be a grinder and a battler for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm still a grinder and a battler at 39 years old.
Yeah.
I just got more artillery. I got more people to help me grind. We grind out results all the time. We wake up every day trying to solve wicked big problems. But I don't know any
other way.
Any other way to be.
Yeah, but that's a good skill set to have,
isn't it? Because I'm like, I think LeBron James talked about this. Oh no! So Will Smith talked about this, and when before he had some of these episodes, being left or right, whatever he was doing, and just started acting a bit out. But he talked about, I'm not the most talented individual, but I'll outwork you on a treadmill. He just talked about, I'll just outwork you. You might be more talented than me, you might be a bit athlete. I'm just going to outrun you. Going. And I just think I've always taken solace in that.
Yeah,
just make hard work your MO.
Yeah.
And make that your one wood, and you're probably going to get close to some type of outcome.
Yeah. In your adolescence as well, footy played a pretty big part, right? And I think I heard you, there might have been with Will Schofield on his podcast. He was talking about talking about footy and that footy clubs are fantastic in so different ways because you feel part of a tribe, right? Yeah. You feel connected with people. And especially when you're a young male, being connected with other males is huge, right?
Massive. I
think for me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you said you think footy saved your life. And in a lot of respects, I had similar sort of thing with running, but it's different because it was an individual place, whereas this isn't a collective thing. You spend a lot more time, but there's an individual element. What is it about footy, do you think, that played such a pivotal role, I think, when you were younger and setting you up?
Yeah, well, I think footy firstly, honestly, mate, it was the first time in my life that I had been validated for being good at something I was liked, other than being liked by my parents.
Yeah. Other people going, oh, Jules is good.
Yeah, it was weird. And I think it also creates an unhealthy identity too.
Yes.
I didn't know that at the time either because I was just liked for the first time.
Yeah.
And then you fall into this trap of being liked for what you do, for not who you are.
Yeah.
So I didn't care about the who I was part.
Yeah.
I just cared that I was really quick and I could get the football and people liked me because then you win.
Yeah. Jules is a good footy player.
And no one liked me before that.
Yeah.
So they don't care about Julian.
Yeah.
They care because Julian can do that and we get a result.
Yeah.
So I learned that being good at something when I was liked. And that was the first time it felt nice to be liked. So if you can read a book and people say, and you're in like a debating team or something, it was nice to feel that there was something about me that was worthy and something about me that people liked and something about me that felt like I had a sense of belonging. So that's why footy was important to me. That camaraderie that gave me a sense of purpose to do something for a group of people that meant I was lovable and I was liked. And I didn't feel as rejected anymore. I didn't feel as alone. I didn't feel as broken. And only surface level.
Yeah.
But it's a starting point.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you got to just find the next step, mate. And to me, I'm not trying to fix the whole world overnight in my life. I just felt good that I was good at something for once. So that's where it came, and it became a big part of my life. And as like anything, you put time and attention into it.
Get better.
And I got better and better and better. And I got to the Perth development squad, and I played for the state, and I was good. And I played Colts, and I went to East Fremantle. I had a quite a cool footy career.
Yeah.
But footy definitely hid and masked a lot of my challenges.
Yeah.
Because I just, again, completely ignored the human being part and completely did the being good at something part. And I always speak about this on stage because I think it's probably the most important thing I've ever learned. You can be really good at what you do and still really bad at who you are. I was really good at football and still really shit at who I was. And you can do that in your whole career.
Totally.
You can have a great career and go home at night, look at yourself in the mirror, I hate what's looking back at you.
Yeah.
I learnt that there as well. I knew that I had some big problems.
Yeah.
But I didn't care about the big problems because I had these things that, like these micro validations. So football saved my life, absolutely, because at times I had these parameters around me. I felt really obliged and responsible to show up. And I wanted more of that feeling of feeling good about myself. So football, and then that's why my love for football and my life fell apart in it afterwards, because nothing that's not built on foundations can last forever.
Totally.
Strong foundations. It gave me, 15 to 25 when I retired, which was pretty young in football.
Yeah.
But it held me in good stead for enough to get me through. Because for 2.5 hours on the weekend, I had something to make me not think about how bad my life was. And then after my dad died, even worse. Because that self-destructive behaviour, and that's probably where football wasn't enough anymore, by the way. when you think about when that wasn't enough to suppress all of that is when my dad passed away. That being good at football didn't seem to matter anymore. Make sense?
Totally.
It didn't even touch the sides. So then what happens is that whole world that gave me this false validation of being good at something completely crumbled because it exposed all of this. I miss him and I love him, and he told me I was going to be a good person. He told me just to be nice and kind and loving, and I was that whole thing. They kind of both crumbled at the same time. So chasing the football around didn't seem to matter anymore.
Yeah.
But where it did help me is them really kind of scary 21 to 23, 24 years of my life, that kind of bracket there. I still had something to do. Had to go to training.
Yeah.
Had to train hard. I'm at East Fremantle the year my dad died.
Yeah.
High responsibility, high training load, really distracted, got super fit, guardrails.
Yeah.
And the worst part, Ben Cousins talks about this a lot. The worst part about my day was that 3/4 siren though.
Yeah, because I know there's a quarter left.
There's one more quarter left until I have to go out and I go live this sucky life again. And that sucky life would turn into heaps of drugs and heaps of alcohol. And it's like, you're not good at anything. Like, you're not good at football after 2 hours.
Yeah.
It has no way. It's the currency of being good at football has no currency in everything else. So you're like, it doesn't provide any value to what I'm about to deal with.
Yeah.
And they were the darkest and most daunting times to try and find a way to close that gap. So football, very grateful for. Still have a great relationship with it now looking back, but at the time, I fell out of love with it, and that was the hardest part, because when you fall out of love with something that's given you something for so long, and it leaves you with this massive hole in your life, that was why it was hard.
It's identity fusion. Like you know, there's a really good example of like special. We've talked to a bunch of special forces guys, and we'll continue to do that because we want to tell their stories. But you know, it's no different for anyone else. Like when you're so invested in something, you care so deeply about it, when that goes away, your identity and who you are is called into question.
Yeah.
So now suddenly everything, like talking about foundations, there's no foundation because the identity was the foundation and it's gone. And that's where you see people just spiral. It's PTSD and it's all those things and it's...
And as you know, when you're trying to suppress all your problems, cracks start to show.
Yeah.
So guess what? My training dropped.
Yeah.
My ability to process dropped. My capacity dropped.
Yeah.
And I remember because of that, I actually told no one in my football fraternity that my dad had died. So when I was playing up or not going to training or missing training, so I had a night out, I had no idea. Yeah. But then I would get dropped.
Yeah.
So Shane White was our coach. I would get dropped.
Football player.
Incredible football player. So imagine the self-destruction that comes from the one thing that you're good at, and then they take it from you. Yeah. But they didn't know they were taking anything from me.
Yeah.
I was making my choices.
You didn't care.
It's like that,
you cared, absolutely.
Mate, if you bumped into Warren and asked about it, he's like, I had a poor attitude.
Yeah.
Good, talented football player, poor attitude. Yeah. Which I did. Yeah. But he didn't know, he just thought I just had a poor attitude. And then every time something got taken away from me that said I was good, this destructive behaviours got worse. Yeah. And it started small, but at the end of my time in football, especially that chapter, my behaviour was out of control. Yeah. So it was so erratic and so off, but it started small. One training session. Yeah. One rehab miss. Yeah. And then, as you know, before you know it, you can't keep all the challenges in your life at bay, so they start to crumble around you. So that was kind of football, but I enjoyed it for a lot of good things. It taught me a lot of good things about life, camaraderie, but you are right about this identity thing that things create for us. For me, it was footy.
Well, your dad has been a huge influence in your life, and obviously the circumstances around his death. Do you want to just talk a little bit about like that as a catalyst for how you think? Or maybe even as a question, do you think that was a catalyst for changing your life in a lot of respects? Yeah,
hands down. And I don't know. You ask my mum, I'm sure she would say something different. Yeah, my life was going nowhere fast. Yeah, even before he died. Yeah, okay. There was no reason for me to get up in the morning. I probably wasn't good enough to play AFL. Yeah, but I was good. Yeah, and I also kind of knew that. Yeah. So where was my life going? Yeah. Probably nowhere. So I wasn't interested in people like I am now. I didn't have empathy like I do now. Yeah. I didn't have compassion the way I do now. I'm not saying I didn't have it, but I didn't wake up every single day thinking about other people's suffering and want to try and take that away. Like, to me, that just drives me now, man. Like, I hate seeing people suffer. I hate seeing people sad, and I hate seeing people going through a tough time, because I just know how sad and lonely that feels for you. So that's what drives me now. I didn't have that when I was young. So I don't think if he didn't die, I'd be even close to half the man I am today. Does that make sense? I don't think I would even find the drive or the determination or the grit to even have applied myself to the imposter syndrome, to pushing myself out there, to dealing with the failures of it all, if I didn't have that some compelling reason that was bigger than myself. Because I feel like it's not just been about me. It's also been about him and my family. And it's been a greater journey than just what Julian Pace is trying to become. It came from somewhere much deeper.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, though, a lot of people, I think everyone experiences trauma, loss, just the degrees vary, right?
Absolutely. Everyone goes through pain.
Yeah. And, there's, just to generalise, you can be broken by it. And the definition for that is, this is my experience, is that you almost never rise again from that. You're kind of broken and you're done, right? And you try, but you're never able to get past it. The opposite, or the counter to that, is being broken open. Now, that sounds like it's the same thing. Broken open for me means that you're able to experience that and take something from it and try to make something from it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think like that, for me, when I look at it and the more I think about your journey, is that you could have just gone, you could have gone a different direction. Which you did, right, around the drugs, and you spoke about as well, probably as a coping mechanism. But your dad's death must have acted as a catalyst for you to be able to realise, you were broken open by that experience to do good.
Yeah.
Then suddenly it's not just about you. It's about everyone else, right? And we talk about mission and purpose. What better mission and purpose do you have than trying to do good and help people?
Well, I think we talk about how important our family are to us. To me, I probably didn't know this at the time, but when I decided to want to change, it was probably because I wanted to represent all the good that he gave me.
Yeah.
He gave me 19 good years and 2 terrible ones.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good number.
Mate, you take
go against each other, the 2 versus 19.
Mate,
don't remember the 2, remember the 19, right?
Mate, and I think that's a philosophy for anyone listening.
Yeah.
I know we can get caught up in the storms.
Yeah.
And sometimes the storms feel like they last forever.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, like, when he died, that could have been the storm for the rest of my life, and it was for a big chunk for that kind of 5 to 6 years.
Yeah. And
there was very, very small amounts of sunshine in that time. And so I can see how people get in these trauma cycles for the rest of their life, because I was in that for 5.
Yeah.
I could have easily been at 39 still been there.
Totally.
I know people who've lost their friends and family to suicide at the same age as me and are still in that trauma cycle. Yeah. So I know it's so hard to break free from. But if you go back before that, 19 great years.
Yeah.
2 terrible ones. So that's when I say that my life started to change. It had nothing to do with me and everything to do with him, because he changed. Mm-hmm. He started using alcohol. He started falling apart. You know how I told about that football story?
Yeah.
He started falling short of the things that were going on around him, and the cracks started to show.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Things came crumbling around him. He didn't tell anyone about what he was going through.
Yeah. So you just think, he's just acting out. He's just what's going on.
Yeah, and he just became a real fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He was just a real nasty person. And I'm like,
you're not nasty.
Who are these two people? And he would get so drunk. And he would say horrible things to my sister, my brother and me that would break our heart. But he'd wake up the next morning so hung I forgot what he said. But we never forgot what he said.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 years of torture. And it was so confusing because, as you know, we personalise everything.
Yeah. So especially your dad. His attitude matters.
His stature in my world.
He's a hero.
He's the... Dads have this stature amongst their children.
Yeah.
Both parents have stature.
Yeah.
But your dad has a stature about him.
You only get one.
Yeah, he is your first hero.
Yes.
He's that guy that wears the cape without it.
Yeah.
He teaches you the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
And all the things that you are capable. And that was him for 19 years. And he didn't come from easy either, but he believed in something that he imparted into us. And then for that to get ripped away from you so suddenly, like this is before he died, by the way, because his behaviour became, it's like he was holding him for so long.
Yeah.
And then it's like before we knew it, he was just drinking all the time. And it was horrible to us. And you're like, fuck, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. You internalise it. You think, I must have done something wrong.
Honestly, I thought that all the time.
Yeah.
There was 2 things I thought.
Yeah.
why doesn't he love me anymore?
Yeah, straight, always, yeah.
And then why is he rejecting me? What did I do?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. 'Cause I'm like, he's not talking to me.
Yeah.
He's not saying anything to me. He's never saying these bumper stickers anymore. He's never giving me words of encouragement. He's never being positive.
What have I done? Yeah.
You're like, I must have
done something.
Fell short here somewhere. Am I just, and do you know what the worst part about it was? I felt that I was just that 13-year-old dropout again.
Yeah. Because your dad's opinion matters, mate.
Yeah, he thinks I'm a dropkick too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He thinks I'm a loser.
Now you're in your head.
And then you're stuck there. And then when it happens and he passes away, it just feels like something's just being taken from you never get back, like lost, less or never. I lost something I care about. I have less something I wanted, and I'm never going to see him ever again.
Yeah.
And that, to me, was the thing that broke me. The ability to never get it right, to never tell him I loved him, to never tell him I'm sorry, to never say I'm sorry I didn't see that you were struggling and I wanted to be there for you.
Yeah.
Because he was there for me for 19 years and I struggled to be there for him for 2.
Yeah.
Because all I was thinking about was me.
Yeah.
He's been mean to me and he's drinking and he's been an arsehole, but I never once stopped and thought about like,
hey Dad, what's going on with him?
Where you at? Like, what's going on?
You're also a 19-year-old.
True. And there were definitely times I definitely tried.
Yeah.
But it's really hard for you as a son to play that role in your dad's life.
Because the ego associated, like, you want to know, dads always need to know they're right. And that's fine because you need to.
And it's his profile. To me, his stature in the world was
he should know everything.
Larger than life.
Yeah.
So to challenge him or call him out on any of this, it's very hard for a son to do.
Oh.
There's definitely times I tried to ask if he was okay, but he would be like palming off as like, it's not your job to worry if I'm okay. He was quite stoic in that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a conversation that he would openly allow me to have with him.
Yeah.
Because that's not your role.
Yeah.
To make sure your dad's okay. And then you're like, okay, well, then what do I do in all this?
Yeah.
And then you just continue as life goes on and you end up here. But it as you said, it does teach you something. It built something in me that I believe is important, that people who hurt the most have the greatest ability to heal if you choose to. So being hurt so much allows you to heal. It's like a pendulum.
Yeah.
As you said, everyone goes through trauma.
Yeah.
The greater the trauma, the greater the healing journey there. So the longer the rope, the greater the pendulum. So the greater the tragedy, the longer the journey back to healing.
Totally.
So when you get to a place of healing, you would be a pretty damn resilient person probably. Strength over time, strength times strength times strength. So I think the 5 years of heartbreak that came after that and the 2 years before that kind of 7 years was like an apprenticeship for just everything that you didn't want to be and everything you didn't want to stand for. But there was definitely a part of me that still knew that he had taught me a bunch of good things when I was young. You don't forget how someone's good to you.
No.
Do you? You know there's people in your life, you're nice. That teacher believed in you.
Yeah.
People remember these teachers, their teacher's name.
Sporting coach, like
someone.
Uncle, someone, right?
You know someone in your life too.
100%.
There was, even though
I
felt like my life had crumbled, I still remembered there was this like, that little flame,
it's still there.
Still there, that he was my greatest supporter.
Yeah.
And he believed I could still be something. And he never gave up on that for 19 years.
Yeah.
And even in them too, now looking back, I know he didn't give up on me either.
Yeah.
But his battles and his demons had become so compelling and so confronting for him. He wasn't thinking about anything else but him. And he thought in his wisdom that he was doing us all a favour.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you hear that, don't you? It's like, I'm a burden or whatever it is. And
that's what he left behind in his note. I'm a burden. You guys are better off without me. And you know what? It's funny because the reason that his whole life fell apart is all about money. His money life fell apart. So then he linked his identity to money, to things. And that's why I talked about this happiness trap.
Yeah.
He thought that he was only good enough if he had things and bars and restaurants and nice cars. And
then they're gone.
And then I'm like, I wouldn't even thought about any of them things when you asked me about my dad.
Yeah.
I was like, he was a solid man.
Yeah.
But he clearly didn't have the validation of feeling that being a good man was as important as trying to be good at who he was. So that's a good lesson.
What do you think was the, you think about what you've done over the last 15 years or so with, I guess being that young man and now, like what was the catalyst? Like what was the catalyst for thinking, I'm going to create a business and happiness code? Like, what was the spark? You know, talking about the flame before, what was the spark that kind of lit that, do you think, for that next step?
Yeah, I love this thought that you never lose something that's already inside of you.
Yeah.
You know, you just put too much stuff on top of it.
Yeah.
You're like a washing basket. There's probably if you ever put clean clothes on by the washing basket, dumped up the old.
I've been in trouble for doing that a lot, mate.
Yeah, right. So I think about the same thing. Like you get your washing basket upstairs, and you just done a fresh load, and then you start throwing old shit on top of it.
Yeah.
And before you can't find the good stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing about, I guess, happiness. It's like for me, like it was already there. We all have happiness at some form in our life, even if you've had a tough life and it's been difficult. There'll be moments when you've experienced it or felt it, even if it was fleeting. So the turning points were for me knowing that I had felt it before, and that was something I wanted to hold on to.
Yeah.
The other part was seeing how happy he was at times and people in my life growing up.
Yeah.
And knowing and seeing what it could look like again. So that's why everything that we do is happiness. Because if you ask me about my life, I believe that I lost my happiness for a while. But when I was growing up, he gave me a lot of it. So then you have to build it and become the tools and the infrastructure of who you are to build a life of happiness and longevity.
Yeah.
And happiness, the word, it means something to me because he taught me a lot when I was growing up. I just want you to be happy. Same thing we talked about before. I want you to build the skills and the tools and the belief sets that build a happy life.
Yeah.
So that was kind of that turning point, but it wasn't just like misery to purpose.
Totally.
There were just attempts and plans to end my life. So I was rock bottom. And then, you know, as most people say who attempt to end their life and plan to end their life, and this is I fall into that category, is that you don't want to die. You just want the pain to go away.
Totally. Yeah.
I was terrified of breaking my mum's heart. Have you ever heard the word duality?
Yeah.
Two things at the same time?
Yeah. That's a great example.
I wanted to be out, but I wanted to stay.
Yeah.
And people are like, how does that make sense?
Think about it.
Because there can be truth at the same time.
100%.
I wanted the pain to go away, and if that was the answer, I wanted out. But I also wanted to stay because I wanted to be a good son, and I wanted to look after my mum, and I didn't want her to. If I was going to put my mum through what I had gone through, that was this fine battle, man. And I was like, it will destroy my mum.
Yeah, I can't do that to her.
She is everything to me.
Yeah,
and she was a real anchor point. And if it wasn't for like football and mum, and a lot mum, then I reckon even if I had footy and it wasn't mum, I think the mum was the anchor. That to make that decision to make my pain to go away, to inflict so much pain on her, the trade-off was too great. And I tried and I wanted. So that was where I said, you know what, something has to happen. If I've been unsuccessful in this quest, then I've got to try something different. Yeah. And then I started getting help and I started talking to people, and you know, one of the first conversations I had was with my mum. I started opening up to her about some stuff, and I was so terrified that what she was going to think of me and how she was going to judge me, and she was going to add to my shame and embarrassment of the terrible and such a low person I had become. But she did none of that. She
loves you, mate. Regardless, that's the thing about parents. Like it's an amazing thing, isn't it? They see you in a different light to other people, and they forgive your deficiencies immediately.
They see that little boy who grew up.
100%.
And she said, I never forget the joy and the laugh that you brought to your dad and my life.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And she never forgot that. She's like, even though you struggled, you still would make people laugh. You still were caring and compassionate. Like I said to you, I didn't think I cared much about, but she reckons I was always caring.
Yeah.
I just didn't reckon it. I was so natural. You'd be so worried about things when you were 5 and 6. She would tell me a story that when I remember I was watching something on the news once, don't know what age it was, but I got so distressed because kids in Africa couldn't have any food. Yeah. I was so upset by it. She's like, you had always, so if you ask my mum, she's not surprised by where we're at.
What you're doing right now.
Because she's like, I always saw that in you.
Personality.
This kindness and this love. Didn't know we'd be doing this work particularly, but that I had a sense of care for people that came from her. So she really helped me rebuild these things and structure them, and I think that loving unconditionally, that the love that she gave me helped me to find love in myself again.
It's we chatted about it off camera as well, is that connection with people. You don't need a lot of it, but you just need a couple of really good people that believe in you, don't you?
You might just have one, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You might have one person that never gives up on you.
Yeah.
And they are weight in gold.
Yeah.
Because the way I kind of see it, it's like what's that Olympic when you hand the pole to someone?
Oh, relay?
Relay.
Yeah,
it's like a relay. It's like someone's just holding
That's a good analogy.
Someone's just holding the baton for you until you're ready to hold your own.
Yeah.
I reckon my mum was just doing loops.
She's doing the laps. She's
like,
going, Julian's coming.
Yeah, are you going to grab the pole?
He's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. He is fast. But I reckon at some point, you find maybe I can do half a lap. And there was some, and my mum always said this to me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about you. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Because worry is a different emotion, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe that you can overcome all these things that you've gone through.
Yeah.
And I think that belief allowed me to take different steps. And you know what? After I started working on myself and self-growth, and I fell over, man. So if people are listening to this right now and you went from someone who is, addicted to drugs and alcohol to not being addicted to drugs and alcohol, that's not it. I would get off it and I'd get back on it. And I would stumble and I'd fall down and you go back in that shame cycle again.
Yeah.
But what's important to this is you're going to stumble and you're going to have bad moments and you're going to fall over.
Yeah.
But you can keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And you can then go, okay, your worst day's only get 24 hours. And that would help me in good stead. Your worst day's only get 24 hours. So when I would go off the rails and I would get lost again, wake up the next day and say, okay, well,
try again.
Didn't love yesterday, but how do I go again? And it's that simple building blocks of trying to build your happiness back up.
And it's choices each day, right?
Choices each day. And some of the most basic choices I would make, and sometimes people overcomplicate this, but just smiling at myself in the mirror.
Yeah. Start with something, right?
Start with something.
It's like momentum's a big thing, isn't it? When you've got it, like it's just, you can't describe it when you don't. And even small actions to get feeling good about yourself, right? Like,
don't you reckon momentum goes both ways though?
Yes, to 100%.
You're running and the ball just bounces into your lap and then the guy falls over behind you and you kick goal. You're like,
what happened then? Yeah, but you make it almost for yourself. It feels like you make it, don't you?
But you're feeling good, right? But bad momentum, you're running late in the morning, you spill your coffee, you get a red light, you get a speeding ticket.
It's all happening.
You're like, shit.
What's happened here?
It's same.
Yeah.
So I think you're right with the momentum thing that same with like entrepreneur. I wouldn't say I believe in luck, but I would say that if you stay in the game long enough, luck will find you.
Yeah, you make your own luck in some respects, don't you?
Yeah, so
just keep showing up.
Just keep showing up, and I felt better. Just for a moment.
A little bit.
Days turn into, moments turn into minutes, and minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into weeks, so on and so forth, compounding.
Yeah.
All I saw noticing is I got a few more moments and minutes and hours back.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. Then you start getting weeks back.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay.
And you're never going to have a month full of happiness.
Yeah.
Or a week full of happiness. You're never going to have a whole day full of it either, by the way. You're just going to, as I said before, not always going to have a good day, but still good in every day. So that really kind of changed my trajectory. Still didn't know I was going to be doing any of this.
Yeah.
Like there was no part of me that's like, I'm going to go help people yet.
Yeah.
I'm still in like, just smile at yourself in the mirror. Yeah. Trying to get yourself out of misery.
That's such an important point because it's such a small place to start from, isn't it?
So small, man. When I tell people that, they're like, that's it.
You sure? Really? That's
sure there was something bigger than
come on.
How fucked up your life was to that.
No, mate, I'd just smile at myself and go like, oh, you're trying. Good job, mate.
Compliment in the mirror.
Yeah.
Even if you don't believe it.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing I ever learned from someone was just act the way that you want to feel.
Yeah.
Because why would I smile? I'm not happy. Why would I give myself a compliment? Because I don't believe it.
Hard to feel bad when you smile, doesn't it?
Exactly. And he said, well, just act the way you want to feel then.
Yeah.
If you're so committed to misery, just act the way you want to feel.
Yeah.
So do things with the intention of feeling that way.
Yeah.
So smiling might make you feel happy.
Yes.
Being grateful, you can't be ungrateful at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Gratitude is underrated, man.
You talked about fitness before in our pre-chat. You talked about how when you trained, it gave you a sense of you're good enough and you're worthy.
Yeah. I was a piece of shit outside of that though.
Outside of that, but it gave you a sense
when I was doing it. Yeah, I am capable. I can do this.
And that's where it starts sometimes, doesn't it? It's like little things turn into big ones.
Yeah.
But it's not, I've never been a big believer in the big grand gestures bring you happiness.
Yeah.
It's doing little things well and doing good things often.
Yeah.
That's only now the 12 years of working in the space that I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's still simple.
100%.
Easy to do, easy not to do.
That's right.
Is it easy to smile at yourself in the mirror?
Yes.
Is it easy not to?
Yes.
Is it easy to do a courtesy wave in the morning?
Yes.
I just say to people, I know it sounds so simple, it can't be that easy.
Yeah.
But just being a good person has a heap of currency.
Yeah.
And for me, it started with these easy things, easy not to do, and with this whole concept of act the way you want to feel. Go for a walk because you want to feel more peaceful.
Yeah.
And guess what? After you go for a walk, you feel a bit more peaceful.
Yeah.
And so that's where it started. And I guess it turned into like, hey, maybe I seem like maybe I could do more with this. And that's where that kind of
the momentum started moving in your direction.
Flame turned into a fire, and that fire was like, what's bubbling away here?
Yeah. Let's talk about mental health in Australia, right? Yeah. And I think like this doesn't have to just talk about, Australia, because the Western world, most countries in the world, we chatted about your work in Zambia before, which was, we'll put some links into the chat as well about. But I mean, you think these are some of the stats, right? So very high level, 1 in 5 Australians, 22% of the population between 16 and 85 experience a mental disorder in a 12-month period. That's 4.3 million people, right? 43% of Australians experience a mental disorder at some point in their entire life. Kids, 1 in 7 children and adolescents aged 4 to 17 experience a mental health illness each year. That's an alarming point, right? And then women experience more disorders at 24% than men at 18, but men account for 3 or 4 suicides nationally each year, which is also
huge.
So like, what have you noticed? You spent so much time in the space around like happiness and mental health. Like, are we moving in the right direction? I feel like there's more, we know a lot more and it's a bit more socially accepted and we talk a lot more about it. But are we heading in the right direction, do you think, of how we're addressing it?
I think the awareness is up.
Yeah.
I think the data is alarming.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think you look at that scoreboard and think you're winning.
Yeah.
So back to my point before.
Yeah.
But the reason's got to keep compelling you to keep moving forward, to keep fighting for a better day, to maybe that we can turn some of these stats around. Because if I looked at them stats, I'd be like, what have we achieved in 12? Like if we're just talking about the happiness group, for instance, and you look at all the other big brands across the country, we're talking about it more, but it's not saving our dads and uncles and brothers and sisters and mums and aunties and kids.
Yeah.
And what I am saying is that I know there is a lot of, because I know the work we do help save lives.
Yeah.
And we do help change them. So imagine if we all gave up.
Yeah.
Because that data is alarming. But absolutely the work that we do helps change and saves lives.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to do. We have a big problem ahead of us. It will be one of the biggest challenges our children face, our teenagers face. This is going to be with us greater for a long period of time. So we have to get better at operating services and opportunities to challenge it. How we teach it in schools. You think about what we still don't do. In primary school, we don't teach them self-esteem. We're still not doing it in high school. And I know that we're getting programs like ours into schools now, but it seems very reactive still. It's not in the curriculum. It should just be, that's the first thing, making sure our kids are happy and safe. Just like our workplaces now, psychological safety. Yeah. Well, the laws change. The psychological safety laws around being at work. What about our safety and well-being for our kids? We do physical activity every week. Yeah. But we teach them about nutrition and we teach them about reading and writing and literacy. Yeah. But what about the thing that's going to probably be the most important relationship they have for the rest of their life, which is them, their feelings and their thoughts and their behaviours. That is something I still think that we are getting very, very wrong. And I think these stats show that. But if you even chunk up, every single person in Australia feels this stat, unhappiness.
Yeah. Oh, without doubt.
So unhappiness leads to different things, right? So unhappiness leads to pathways to being
social issues,
depressed, lonely,
alcohol abuse,
anxious. Yeah. So I start all the way up at that preventative measure.
Yes.
Instead of spending all your money trying to pull people out the river, downriver, go all the way upstream and stop them falling in. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do at Happiness Group and the companies is 98% of our funding goes into the red. Yeah. In mental health care, so crisis care. Yeah. I don't know how we change them numbers when we're only trying to save a life when it's nearly lost.
As opposed to you're right. Like the preventative piece, that was my question is like, what does that preventative approach look like, right? Like schools, getting people early.
Making sure workplace comply. Yeah. Making sure that we are teaching in schools and high school and workplaces and it's in our relationship frameworks. It's so we see it every day like you would see anything else. Yeah. I've got to go to work today.
Yeah.
But you also got to work on yourself every day.
Yeah.
That same type of, but the younger we learn it, the better we are at adapting it and implementing it into our lives. So I think there's a lot to do there, yes. So unhappiness is the gateway to a lot of these challenges, because I've never met a happy person take their own life. I've never met a happy person leave their marriage.
Yeah.
If they were happy in love.
Yeah.
They might be, I'm happy on my own. We're not compatible anymore.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a happy person have an affair. I've never seen a happy person turn to drugs and alcohol. What happens is there's a bridge. There's like, I'm here, and then I start making choices, or things happen to me, or circumstances arise that move me from where I am to where I am now. Fair?
Absolutely.
So you know that about people. So when we start going through circumstances or life challenges, we start making different choices. It changes the way we feel and think about certain things.
It's giving the tool, we chatted about it before, it's giving a toolbox, giving those tools to people earlier, like gives them the capability to be able to use those tools, as opposed to, I don't know how to deal with these circumstances, or actually, like, I feel pretty good about myself. Like, I know, what I want to, what I stand for. Like, I think I'm a good person.
What my purpose is.
Yeah,
you might not know all these things.
Yeah, just a couple.
But definitely know what you stand for.
Yeah. And then
what your non-negotiables are.
Yeah.
Like, do you like yourself, and would you date you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And like, I think, self-love and, self-respect is the greatest form of self-love.
Yeah.
Like, and you get in life what you tolerate.
Yeah.
Do you make sure can you self-advocate?
Yeah.
Can you self-correct? And
would you date you?
Would you date? You don't need anyone around you because authenticity is doing the things that you said you do when no one's watching. So to be the best, most authentic person, you don't actually need anyone around you. They may see the results of that.
Yes. They
may see how you rock up and like, hey, you seem like a genuinely good fella.
Yeah.
But
they don't see the
things that you do when no one's watching is where it matters. So there's no audience. So build it there.
Yeah.
Build it when no one's watching, because when you go out and do it and there's other people around, it will seem genuine. It is genuine because it came from a place that you actually did it when no one was there. So these stats, and then I look at the World Happiness Report, the Happiness Index is a lot where we get a lot of our data from.
Yeah.
So the last 12 months, happiness dropped 6 spots in this country. So we went from 12 to 16.
Yeah.
Or 12 to 18, sorry.
12 to 18, wow.
Close to.
Okay.
Or 10 to 16, can't remember.
Yeah.
Exactly, but dropped 6 spots.
Do we know why? What do you think we contributed to?
So the number one reason for a drop in our global happiness score in Australia, so it's on Australia particularly, is loneliness.
Yeah, lack of connection.
We're more lonely in our jobs.
Yeah.
We're more lonely in love.
Yeah.
We're more lonely in ourselves, and we're more lonely in our communities.
Yeah.
Think about how disrupting, and if you look at the data around loneliness.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Harvard piece before about
it's like
meaningful
smoking
connections.
A pack of cigarettes a day, they reckon, health-wise.
Heart disease, high blood pressure,
diabetes,
dying younger.
Yeah.
It kills.
Yeah.
It leads people to suicide. The biggest killer of men in our country is suicide, and loneliness has a big place in it. But we don't talk about loneliness. I know we do talk about connection a lot. We talk a lot about depression. We talk a lot about anxiety. We talk a lot about happiness. We talk a lot about things, money, relationship breakups. But if there is this like silent assassin that no one's talking about.
COVID's exacerbated that as well, right?
Hugely.
Like I put in my notes, mate, is that during post-COVID, we went from pre-COVID, we were 7.5, this happiness rating, I don't know what it's based on, 7.5 to 7.2 post. And all I can think is like, hey, we're not spending time in the office, we're working, so we're spending less time with people. Maybe we're not connected with them. We're not able to connect with our family like we did because there was social distancing and that sort of stuff. And we've all those different reasons why we're less connection, and we've kind of, some of the set new expectations that we...
This is a new norm.
Yeah.
I'm anti the working from home thing.
Yeah.
Not the flexibility thing.
Flexibility's fine, but...
I'm like, work at home on a day you got to get a lot of admin done or whatever.
Yeah, fine.
But if you eradicate and destroy camaraderie...
Yeah.
How can I be interested in you if I don't know who you are?
Yeah, if I don't spend time with you.
Because, culture on the walls or culture in the halls.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd our team go on the weekend?
Yeah, exactly.
Bit of talking shit, just hanging out, nothing to do with work.
Julian's not just my boss. He's a bloke. Like, okay, he's a nice guy. Yeah, cool. I'll listen to him when he has something to say.
Hard to be invested in people if you don't know who they are. Hard to be invested in people if you don't see them.
Yeah.
You just see them on the other side of a call. You've never met them before.
Yeah.
You've never interacted with them before. And so when I say I'm against the working from home thing, I see the working from home thing being a big problem when it comes to loneliness.
Yeah, agreed.
and the convenience of staying there and not jumping in peak hour traffic and not jumping on the train or
Totally
not
get
jumping. That frustration that's been caused by the commute or whatever barriers they are to work has also taken something else. And I think convenience in any metrics in the world, success breeds convenience and complacency. I think working from home also breeds a level of complacency. You got to dress up and you got to put your clothes on, you got to do your hair, and you got to make your coffee, and you got to, there's a rhythm. You know, we were talking about making coffee before?
Oh, yeah, we did. We spent 20 minutes probably talking about that.
There was a rhythm to that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a rhythm to rocking up every single day.
Yeah. It's a commitment, mate.
It's a commitment to other people and to yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to be on today. I got to reinvent myself. We talked about this with
got to show up.
Telstra before and the CEO about how your attitude.
Yeah.
And that's a choice.
Yeah.
I think you get less of that when you're just in your office by yourself every day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of convenient, lazy moments you can have. I'm not saying that's all the time. I'm just saying when you look at these loneliness stats, then you look at where people get their joy from, social media.
Yeah.
They compare on social media.
Yeah.
They take their life advice from social media. They take their news from social media.
Yikes. I don't know if you think this question is right. Like someone asked me about like when are your best experience? When are you most happy? And I just like, I think about the top 10 happiest experience I've had, and 9 out of 10 of them involve another person. Like I'm not by myself. Do you know what I mean? Like those. So that's a very clear indication for me. It's me, and I've asked a few people, and there's no stats to back it. It's all anecdotal. But I just think like that's a very clear, point is that for me is that most of what we see as being happy and experiences we have is always with another person. So it means that connection is just fundamental. Like we just got to have time with people.
There is nothing in your life that is good that wasn't part of someone else being in it.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
You can't do anything alone.
Yeah, you don't do things in isolation.
Yeah, you might think that you do.
You
might think in isolation.
Yeah.
You might be by yourself at times.
Yeah.
But everything that you have, your car that you drive was built by someone.
Yeah.
The coffee you have was made by someone. The kids that you have was made by people, you and someone. Like everything that you have, someone's involved in. So you can't do anything by yourself. So when you're by yourself and you think that's the answer or you're lonely a lot, you can see why it erodes and corrodes all the things that matter because you need people. You need people to find who you want to be. You need people to help you find the person that you want to become. But also people need you for the same reason.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I want to be more, I want to be more like that. I want to grow more like this. And it's like this ecosystem of goodness that you mentor me and I mentor others. And that longevity continues. So this loneliness thing around these mental health stats, I think that's where we start. I think we've got to start about getting people back connected to themselves.
Yeah.
Self-advocacy, knowing who they are.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to know where you're happy if you don't know who you are.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Once again, take it back to foundation. There's no foundation, right?
So how you like a bit like football. I was so lonely at footy.
But you're surrounded by a bunch of blokes.
You're like, what are you talking about, Jules? You had literally 20 other people around you.
Right.
But I was so lonely. Probably the loneliest time of my life. Because that's not connection, mate.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking. So it's about if I was willing to tell all my teammates what happened, that would have been connection. They would have wrapped their arms around me. I would have felt seen and heard and not less alone in it. So it's about being okay to advocate, being okay to talk about what's going on, and then using the networks and people around you to help you build back that next best step. So knowing who you are will help you find out where you want to be. I find a lot of people, I'm sure you've seen this in their lives, they find themselves in environments they didn't know how they got themselves in. And that might be misery loves company. Maybe around a bunch of miserable people and you think that's connection.
Yeah.
Because you're connecting on the same miserable things.
Yeah. It becomes an echo chamber.
Isn't it? Like I said all the time, people are connected about their problems.
Yeah.
Or connected by the drugs or the alcohol. And this is not a criticism of that. I'm just saying that sometimes you've got to take a breath, take a look at who do you want to be, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy.
Yeah.
And then you'll find the environments. You asked me before about hobbies. I think hobbies are a great way to
meet people that are like-minded.
Yeah. If you like reading books, go to the library.
Yeah.
You'll meet some people.
Yeah.
If you like football, go to some more games. And you start to find that your environments where you're meeting like-minded people. It's simple, but I think
the doesn't have to be complex, I don't think. That's the thing, right? Simple. It's practical. Makes sense.
Practical. But if you think loneliness and then when you try and fill that void, where do you think people currently feel it? There's no substance in it though.
Yeah, no, there's not. I mean, it's all generally generated via social media and online and that sort of stuff. And that's, I mean, one-dimensional at best.
One-dimensional at best. Or our workplaces are transactional.
Yeah.
Now, because there's no culture, or we're not spending time with each other.
And then you think about you just take it to the workplace, and you think about being connected to the best workplace. Like, you are deeply connected to other people. Like, you want to show up there when you're sick and you're told to stay home because you are committed to those people. You don't want to let them down.
You feel obliged.
Footy team.
Yeah. You feel obliged for the greater good.
Yeah.
Like you're a part of something great.
Yeah. And that feels amazing.
Doesn't it? And it's like win or lose.
Yeah.
Like reasons them drive them results.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a lot to do. So when you ask me, do I think are we doing well or not doing well? I think that it's not just society; it's people in society, and it's about always be careful what you ask for.
Mm.
So to work from home,
yeah.
If you knew that was going to be the reason why you were so lonely in 5 years, would you still take it? I'm not saying it's the only factor.
No. But it's a contributing factor.
Cause or effect, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with social media.
Mm.
Do you reckon that we would have ever accepted social media on our kids if we knew the adverse effect it had on their brains? Not. There is no way.
Absolutely not.
There is no way that you've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
There is no way I say, hey, they're going to have heightened anxiety, issues with self-esteem, body image, self-worth, high links of not wanting to be here.
Yeah.
You're just like, my kids are never having that.
I will put up a brick wall around that.
There's no parent that says, but it came in, we didn't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's like, social media is good for you. They knew it wasn't good for them.
There's no self-worth and they're just getting attacked, right?
Attached to this thing that's not real.
Yeah.
So you think about us as the parents that grew up, well, social media came into our lives when we were younger and now our kids are growing up with it. The impact it's had on the studies are alarming.
We might have got Facebook. I mean, Facebook was 2009.
I think I was 19.
Yeah, I think I was 17, 8. Oh, fuck, I was 27. Sorry, I did my math on that.
Yeah, I think I was. Maybe you're right. I can't remember. I think I was like in my early adult years.
Yeah, like it's not that long ago, but I could navigate that because I was like, oh, I know who I am. But if you don't, that is the problem.
So look at that example as well. If we knew the consequence now, would we still do it again?
Yeah, of course not.
I think we'd pick a different path.
Yeah.
I think the same thing when working from home. I think if we know the consequences of working from home, and I speak about this a lot, mate, in 10 years, if we know the impact it's going to have on our kids, our friends and family, our wives, our husbands, the people that we love and our ride or dies, that they're going to become more lonely.
Yeah.
Because of it, I think we pick a different course.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean it's not in our workplace of flexibility, but it's flexibility.
Yeah.
Not
That's
don't come into work this whole week.
Yeah.
And I might see you if I'm lucky at who's gone to a Christmas party? There's no I don't even know my colleagues.
You wouldn't know.
How awkward is it going to a networking event?
Unbelievably.
So now your workplace is a networking event, isn't it?
Well, now now you're not selling it even more. And they're trying to legislate in Victoria for 2 days a week. I think it's about to go. I don't know. So, yeah, to think about happiness, right? Like you're the happiness guy, right? What have we learned about happiness in the last, or what have you learned about happiness in the last 15 years? Like if you could distill it.
So happiness is an internal thing.
Yep.
That's the first thing to understand.
Yep.
It doesn't come from what you have, it comes from who you are.
Yep.
So I think to understand it is the first point. Because would you agree that awareness precedes change?
Yes.
Can't change something.
Yeah.
If you're unaware what's broken.
The first step to change.
Yeah. So health, career, finance, relationships, myself.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a while now, mate. So people would come to me and say, I'm really unhappy. And I say, why? And I say, I don't know. To be unaware of what's wrong is the first thing you got to get clear on.
Well, first question would be like, okay, well, we need to identify, or you need to identify like what,
like a life audit or somehow just, if anything was wrong in your life, if your health was wrong, you'd find a way.
Yeah.
If you have money, finances, you'd go get some help and support it. So to get aware about why you're feeling that way will help. So get awareness of happiness and what it is, which is not chasing more things.
Yeah.
It's becoming more of who you want to be. Then try and get out some of the hurdles that are in the way. And often the biggest hurdle is ourselves. We are often our biggest hurdle and we are our biggest challenge. So trying to break down a few of them barriers. Sometimes happiness is getting rid of the things that make you unhappy. Does that make sense?
Totally does.
So it's not about creating new things that make you happy. It's actually getting rid of the things that make you unhappy. So if you hang out with a bunch of people who make you feel shit, and you leave that interaction with a friend group and you feel less than, find a better friend group. Yeah. Because that will naturally make you feel better about yourself.
100%.
So sometimes people are like, oh, what do I have to add into my life to be happier?
Yeah.
I said, sometimes about what you got to take out.
That's a very good point.
sometimes you do like an audit or a spring clean. You clean your garage and you hoarder all
How
this
good
stuff.
does it feel?
You're like, wow. So I think the same thing. So auditing, getting aware, what's your pain points?
Yeah.
Simply, I'm just trying to unpack this for people so they get it.
It's like foundational again once, right? Like what you're saying, get the foundation strong.
If you went to the doctor, you said, I've got a cold.
Yeah.
I was like, tell me your symptoms. What are they?
Yeah.
You'd say,
just feeling a bit cold, hot flushes, lots of stuff, mate. Aches and pains.
So can't sleep.
Yeah.
You would express the symptoms. I think it's really important to work out the symptoms.
Yes.
Because is it your relationship or is it your work?
Yeah.
Is it yourself or is it your career?
We tend to think it's a lot of things, don't we? And it can generally be just one thing that we just kind of say, it's everything is not working well.
It's never everything.
Yeah.
It's never. You think about a car.
Yeah.
It breaks down. It's like the starter motor. It's a battery.
Yeah.
It's the bloody key battery, whatever it might be, the mobilizer. The cars are a lot smarter than what I just made them out to be now.
Yeah.
Most of them are electric, but you think old school cars?
Yeah, no, totally.
The whole car, all the wheels don't fall off. No. The battery goes flat. The engine falls out at the same time.
Fault. The car's a brick.
One fuse.
Yeah.
The lights don't turn on.
Yeah.
I think it's a great analogy for life and us. Yeah. It's never everything.
Yeah.
It may turn into everything one day.
Yeah.
Your marriage falls apart. You're overweight and unhealthy. Yeah. You've got no money in your bank account. You've got no job because you don't like working with people and you hate yourself. It one day could become everything, but it doesn't start at everything.
Maybe it started with you hated yourself. Let's figure out why.
Start there.
Yeah.
Or you don't think you're good at your job. Start there. You feel like you're not lovable in your relationship. Start there. You have a bad relationship with your health. Start there. You got to start somewhere. And we're all a work in progress, as I said, but that only works if you're going to be on working on the progress.
Yeah.
I think that catch guy, it's like, everyone's a work in progress. Spot on.
Yeah.
But you have to be working on yourself to make that thing true.
Yeah.
You got to be on part of the process and part of the procedure. So starting there is really important in terms of sometimes no action is action. Just getting clear on what's wrong before you try and just bust through brick walls and do the renovation.
Yeah.
Because then you knock a hole in the wall and you're like, shivers. Wrong wall.
Wrong wall. That's not a window there.
That's not even my house. Shit.
Exactly. So it's going to cost me a bit.
I think that bit of awareness is always important. And then acceptance.
Yeah.
So these are some things that are important and we teach it and I've gone through it myself is then you can't change something you're not willing to accept.
Yeah.
So if your partner told you that you drink all the time and you're a bit of a shit drunk and you deny that and you say that's a them problem, not a you problem, you'll never change. If your kids say that you're never present with them, you're always on your phone and that you don't have fun with them and you deny that and you say you're being silly, you'll never change. I remember when I was working in a bit of drug and alcohol rehabilitation, I spoke to this 18-year-old kid and I said, why are you here, mate? And he said, my parents made me come.
He's never going to change. He's going to stay there and get out, isn't he? Yeah.
Red flag. You can't change for other people.
Yeah.
So get aware of what's going on. Accept your role in that. Yeah. Maybe it's accepting you need help.
Yeah.
Or accepting that you've been doing it wrong. Or accepting that you may be taking the wisdom and advice from the wrong people. Whatever that is. But acceptance is sometimes getting out your own way.
Yeah.
And then I always then think the power of self-correction. You got it wrong. We all do.
That's fine.
Mistakes are like buses.
Yeah.
There's another one right around the corner.
Yeah. So, that's a good point. Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Honestly, I make mistakes.
Probably stand out on Albany High would be 8 minutes.
Maybe every 2 minutes, mate.
2 minutes.
Yeah, up on here. But I just think about that in my life. Like I'm making mistakes every day.
Yeah, same.
So then you got to self-correct every day.
Yeah.
But if you have 100 mistakes, you need 100 self-corrections.
Yeah.
If you have 1,000 mistakes, you need 1,000 self-corrections.
Yeah.
And that's like, hey, man, yesterday when I spoke to you, I got it wrong. That's on me, not you.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's one.
That's one.
That's the momentum swing. Building one. Okay, now I'm going to get another.
Then you're like, hey, thanks.
Like,
solid.
Yeah.
When you say something shit to your partner, hey, that was ugly. That was on me, not you. That's my stuff, not yours.
Yeah.
That's 2.
There we go.
And so on and so forth, this momentum thing. You cut someone off in traffic because you weren't merging properly.
Done that today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. Then guess what? The next moment you get?
Yeah, let someone in.
Courtesy ways learning.
Yeah.
The life is like this complete rhythm, yin and yang of mistake and self-correction.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of emphasis of trying not to make mistakes. Yeah. It's impossible.
Absolutely not.
Make them.
Yeah.
Make them and try your very best to not hurt people in the process, but that's also impossible.
Yeah.
But if you do,
learn from it.
And you let someone down, self-correct.
Yeah.
And if you hurt yourself along the way, self-correct. And I think if we can just have that balance between them two, it takes the pressure off feeling like an absolute dropkick when you get it wrong because you know there's an antidote.
Yeah.
Imagine when you asked me about dyslexia.
Yeah.
It is only self-punishment and making mistakes because you can't read and there's no self-correction. That's where there was. So this one is like, well,
there's no way of making it better.
There was no way for me to be a better human because there was no self-correction.
That's a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
Isn't it? Like they said, Jules, we know you're making mistakes every day in your reading and writing because you can't actually put it on paper.
Yeah.
This is how you can self-correct.
Yeah.
I would have taken that every day of the week.
100%.
So I think with mistakes, if we know there's a self-correction that you can go to your partner, your friend, your workplace, your life, someone you had a falling out with, if you don't like who you are, change it, and there is another option. I think not everybody, but a lot of people would say, hey, I'm going to have a crack at that.
Absolutely.
And the mistake will still come. There is no life that's not with that. And I think that's what's motivating about it or inspirational about it, that you're going to get it wrong, but you get it right. And that's a daily relationship you're going to have for the rest of your life. Every day.
Totally.
Kids, we talked about before.
Yes, I'm definitely making mistakes there. When are you at your most happiest?
I think I'm at my, I wouldn't give you places, but I think I'll give you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like not where I am. I'm like when I feel like I'm belonging.
Yeah.
So you feel seen, you feel heard, and know you matter. I think that makes me feel happy to know that you're seen for how you want to be seen, you're heard for how you want to be heard, and that means that you matter to someone.
Yeah.
In your intimate relationship, in your friendship circles, to know that I matter in your life.
Yeah.
Like it's a sense of mattering. Harvard talks about it. A sense of mattering matters. Like you need to matter.
Yeah.
Why do people when they retire struggle? Well, when you left the army,
purpose, right? Don't matter.
You got to matter. We talk purpose and identity, but it actually comes down to, do I matter anymore?
Yeah.
And if you don't matter, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So I am happy when I feel like I belong. I'm in a happier version of myself when I belong. I feel like I'm part of something. I'm seen, I'm heard, and I matter. I matter to my wife. I matter to my kids. I matter to you on this podcast today, but guess what? 100%. You also matter to me. Yeah. And that's the thing about mattering. It goes it's
two-way street.
You also matter to me because I'm here with you. And that's the cool part. The second part is, I think, self-growth. You know, you're not growing, you're dying. Yeah. To be able to be a student every day and learn new things. And I feel really happy when I'm in that kind of stretch zone between who you are and who you want to be, but not too far that it seems like
it's that stretch
too far away.
Yeah, like it's just it's like in that they call it the Goldilocks zone, right?
Yeah,
like
that sweet
just
spot.
Enough, but not too much where I'm overwhelmed, right?
And learning things that help you close that gap by who you want to be or what you want to do. Them gaps we talked about before. So I feel really good when I'm growing. I feel like I have a new lens on things, and I think like information and information application allows you to feel really fulfilled. So I learned that and I did that. Or I didn't know about this and now I do. Like you feel really accomplished.
Totally.
So then you have that hit of serotonin, a hit of dopamine, a hit of oxytocin. So I think doing more things to grow into the person that you want to be will help fill some of these voids in your life. Like values fill voids. Often people put things in their life to fill voids.
The voids, yeah.
Cars, homes, houses, monies.
New jobs.
Yeah. Phones, whatever, social media, but like who you are fills voids. So make who you are bigger to fill the gaps. Make the furniture bigger in your big ass living room, you know, like just grow bigger. And then the last one is like, I don't know, I've always been this probably for a long time, is what makes me happy is being around good people, but being around good people that make you feel inspired. You know, the ones that make you look up. Yeah. And you're like, sure, yeah. Thanks. Good on you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Like you're like surprised by it because it's not the standard.
It's not the standard. It's like you're like that refresh. You know that.
Yeah, you're like
attitude, altitude. You know the people who like razz you up in a good way. You're like
because that's not the standard. The standard just pull you down. It's the crabs in the bucket piece that you told me about before, right?
Yeah. Well, what's in your coffee this morning?
Oh, mate, there's lots of caffeine.
Yeah, exactly. But you know the people who are infectious.
Like, you want to be around those people.
You want more of them. You like who you are when you're with them.
You want to be that person to other people.
And it's compounding. So I think being in a place that you feel like you belong, whatever it is to you, could be a sporting club, could be the library, could be volunteering somewhere. Yeah. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah. Do you feel seen, heard, and do you matter? Yeah. A lot of ways you can find that. how can you grow a bit more every single day?
Yeah.
And then how can you kind of be around inspirational people that make you feel good? That's what makes me feel happy. And, you know, in the way that you kind of probably know as a reference point to me is energy giving and energy taking.
Yes. Yeah.
Like what gives you energy and what takes from it. I'm a big energy person. If you haven't kind of already, I want to feel good. So if I'm feeling something off or I'm feeling drained or something's pulling my energy.
You want to give energy to other people. I think you're trying to exude that. You're trying to give that to people, aren't you?
Yeah, so I need it. So I got to have my batteries. So if everything around me is taking my energy, then how can I give it?
Yeah.
So to me, what makes me really happy is trying to fill up the bucket too. And them 3 things allow me to do it. To feel like I'm part of something, to feel like I'm growing in myself, and then to be able to be out around other people doing goodness. That's just only my metrics of it.
Yeah.
But
that's the point though. It's meant to be an individual
journey,
isn't it?
Yeah, you can find it with your kids.
Yeah.
It's like no one's excluded in that, by the way. Because think about how many people fall into the 3 things I just said. So many people in your life.
Pretty much everyone.
And if you don't, you could probably find more than 3 things in your life. So they bring me a lot of happiness. And one thing that I think that brings me happiness too is like legacy.
Yeah.
Like for my dad.
Yeah.
It's like I don't talk about that a lot, but something I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Is that to give him something that he deserved.
Yeah.
And I know life wasn't easy for him, and I know sadly he lost his way, and that breaks my heart because he died when he was 41. I'm 39.
Mate, I'm 43.
So
I'm that guy. I'm your dad.
You're his age, man. And look how many you got so many more mistakes left in you, bro.
Man, I'm so young still.
I know you are young. But when
so many mistakes to make. I'm still trying to learn, dude.
You look what you're starting right now.
Yeah.
You're starting your next chapter.
Yeah. At 43.
And you've got 10 episodes of this Wicked You podcast, and you're about to do, at 43, you're rediscovering the next version of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it sucks that he never got that. And do you know what? I'm going to give him that.
Yeah.
So what brings me a lot of happiness is never forgetting him along the way.
Yeah.
Like he's always with me.
Yeah.
And everything I do, I think about him in it, because to me, that's my true north.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people in your life don't get the same opportunities that we have. Sometimes people's lives fall short for whatever reason, accident, sickness, mental health.
Yeah.
But we get to live in such a way that makes sure that we embody all the people they were with us. And that's not just my dad, by the way.
Yeah.
It's anyone who's listening right now that's lost someone they care about. How we conduct ourselves to the people that we love along the way that aren't here with us anymore has a lot of weight in the people we're trying to become. So that brings me happiness.
How would you link happiness and success? Do you think, because I think more, I was thinking that question about like how you would define success, but happiness, I mean, how do you think they're connected?
I think they're intertwined more than we know.
Yeah.
But I think we misunderstand them.
Yeah.
I think we think happiness and success is like an or.
Yeah.
Not an and.
Okay.
I can be happy or successful. I can be successful or happy. Or I'll be successful and then I can work on happiness.
Yeah.
You know, like people
can't happen at the same time, basically.
Like an and.
Yeah.
I can be successful and happy. So I think that I challenge people to work on that. How do you make them an and? So personal performance is fulfillment.
Yeah.
And peak performance is achievement. So you can work on both. So personal performance is the person, the values, the purpose, the true north, the character, the genuine nature, the how you treat people, the how you show up, how you self-correct, how you deal with your mistakes. That's all personal performance. Peak performance is your career, your outcomes, your results, thrive. And you'll never hear me say, I love my career. I love working hard. And I put so much into it, but I put just as much as into the person I want to be. They are binary. They are binary between who Julian Pace is. Yeah. And that who I am is not what I do, just for context.
Yeah, I get that's a good distinction you're making.
Good distinction. It's not who I am. Yeah. But I work so hard on the person I want to be that benefits what I want to do.
Well, if you're doing that, you show up in this other thing as best you can, the best version of yourself.
Yeah, because how do you know that this is not, like, say, for instance, that's not right for me in 10 years?
Yeah.
The only way I know that is this.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I think I want to go on another path.
Yeah, I'm going to go start a podcast and
I'm going to do something different. But because because you need both, because a lot of people get lost in either one or the other. So I think peak performance, chase your dreams, build a career, work really hard, provide for your family. put things on your resume that you can tick off and feel like you've achieved something with meaning in your life. But on the flip side of that, none of that should make you miserable. None of that should make you lose your way. It might make you feel unhappy for a while.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't be the result of being miserable. Best thing I ever heard about success, though, was this, and happiness. Driving a car that you hate to a job that you love.
Yeah, I've heard
success.
you say that before.
It's not success.
No.
You're so miserable because you've got this nice car that you drive for 20 minutes to get there.
Why would you do it?
For 8 hours of misery. Like, why would we do that?
But we do, and we're told that we should do that.
Yeah, because you feel good for a minute.
How about feel good for the 8 hours and do something important?
Don't you reckon that?
It's a good trade-off.
Well,
I'll take the driving the...
Where do you think financial pressure sits on happiness and all these data points?
It's got to be high.
So one of the biggest reasons for suicide is relationship breakdowns. What do you reckon one of the biggest reasons for
financial issues.
So if you start pulling that string...
Yeah, direct correlation.
Where do some of these direct correlations sit? Is that we don't think about that black and white.
Yeah.
But money stressors change the way that we think. So as you know, if you're stressed and you get into burnout for a long period of time, it shuts down empathy and oxytocin in the body.
Yeah.
So oxytocin in the body means that I can't have empathy towards you.
Yeah.
Me and you are just fighting all the time about money, about bills, about our kids. I blame you, you blame me.
Yeah.
We break up, and then these stats start to have a big impact on how we live. But the thing is, if you go all the way back upstream and think about financial metrics and then what people spend their money on.
Yeah.
We buy nice cars to impress people that we don't know, that we don't like, to validate us.
Totally.
And I just think that I've always thought about that. Doesn't mean don't have nice things.
Yeah, but it's got to have meaning. I told you about the car I bought for my wife. Like
meaning.
A few years old, like great, like nice for her, and she wanted that, and I felt good about it.
You felt good, she felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't like I'm a better human now.
I'm not driving around thinking I'm good. Yeah. It makes me feel good about myself.
People like me more now.
Just like I'm happy my wife's happy.
Yeah, yeah. And you said in school, like where kids go to school, don't they?
Yes.
Oh, where's your kid going to go to school?
There's lots of nice European cars.
Isn't there? But don't you reckon that I hear it with parents, they feel obliged or embarrassed to tell other parents where their kids are going to school if it's not the top one.
That's definitely one of them.
Oh, yeah. Why was that? Why would that matter?
Yeah.
To me, I dropped out of high school. So Monique wants our kids to get good education. I'm like, they could be dropouts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell them that.
But they can be if they want to.
If that's what they want to be and they want to go be successful that way, I want them to have a good education. It could be public school.
Yeah.
It could be private school.
Of course.
It could be a good private school. It could be the best private school. But it will not come down to what do I think makes me be seen the best and what school they go to.
Yeah.
I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jules' kids go to this school. And I think so many people get caught up in that bubble about what will people think of me if I have this.
Perception, mate. It's projecting. It's external validation. It's all the things that you've spoken about. Like it's all thinking about these external things that we project to the world are going to make us feel a certain way. But the reality is that it comes from within.
Then that's that thing. So I guess the truest point to answer your question about success and happiness is, if you can answer this question, you'll probably be all right.
Yeah.
Which is who you are will always be more important than what you do.
Yeah.
Because what you do will change. You're changing it right now. Like you're on that journey right now, and I will be on one again. You're always changing what you do. But you want to try to make who you are the thing that's probably a constant rhythm. Doesn't mean you don't have big growth spurts. Stronger the tree, greater the fruit type of thing. If you're a pretty strong tree, you're going to produce different types of fruits over the seasons and they'll come and go. The seasons will come and go. The fruit will drop and they'll grow new fruit. But the trunk, the tree is fundamentally the same.
It's the foundation.
So to me, build that strong, build it well. And when the tough times come, because they will, even for me, there are tough times ahead of the happiness group. But if you want a meaningful life, you have to have meaningful problems.
Yeah.
Like the problems that I face every single day as being an entrepreneur and having, just over 30 staff and challenges, they're challenges nonetheless.
Yeah.
But they're meaningful.
And you've chosen it.
And I've chosen it. I was like, the things that we deal with, I'm like, what a cool thing to try and fix every day. What an amazing, compelling journey to try and fix some of these numbers that you told me about before.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty rad. Wake up every day and try and solve wicked big problems in your life.
Yeah.
That could be in your marriage.
Yeah.
That could be with your kids. Make them wicked good. Because if not, you're going to have petty problems.
Yeah.
And petty problems lead to a petty life. Like, the ones that we talked about date night before.
Yeah.
Try not to, whatever it is. I just try not to spend too much time talking about the petty things,
stuff.
because there's plenty of times to talk about the petty stuff in your life.
The rest of your life is petty stuff.
You got
life admin.
Everywhere, you're going to have it every day for the next 40 years.
Yeah.
But there's not many times we just like about what's meaningful in our relationship, and let's just talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, let's go deep.
Let's just go deep, and I miss you, and let's chat and let's connect.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's not complex.
I have one last question for you.
Go, mate.
It's a multifaceted. So what 20-year-old Julian, what advice would you give to him? What advice would you give to your kids and the audience? So 3 parts.
Advice for 3 layers of people.
Yeah. So Julian, remember him back at 20.
Yeah, I probably, because I think it based on the story I told you.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, it's nothing that you did.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Because that was like my Achilles heel for a long time.
Yeah.
Thinking that I had done something that had caused it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know all the stuff I told you about money. That didn't come for years after.
Yeah.
I didn't know the cause of my dad's death. I just knew he was gone.
Yeah.
And then I knew that he was treating me a certain way in that. So to me, knowing that it wasn't my fault, I think would have really helped. And he did love you.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do anything wrong, and he did love you. And to me, I thought he didn't love me.
Yeah.
And I thought I did something wrong, and that really hurt. So I think if I could go back and not change the situation or circumstance, because you don't get do-overs, but just in that moment, know that he does love you, even though he hasn't said it, and he's not treating you that way. Just know that he loves you with all he's got, and you have nothing to do with how he got there. And that doesn't take the shine away from the amazing man he was for 19 years, and it doesn't take away the good son that you were to him either, because I was a good son. Yeah. And we had lots of great times together. So that would have been my advice to me. Yeah. That life is unfair. Yeah. And bad things happen to good people all the time.
Exactly. What about for your kids?
My kids, no cliche, but like, never give up on themselves. Yeah. But if anything matters in this world, is that who they are. Yeah. I'm going to teach my kids, and I teach them now. My 6-year-old doesn't understand it, but she's learning it, is that be an A-grade person. Yeah. Like, work really hard on trying to be an A-grade student too, but that shouldn't compromise the fundamental qualities I want. So like, just be good people. And I speak about them all the time, how they speak to one another, how they speak to their mum, how they speak to me, how they speak to themselves. My daughter has a mantra, and she's like, Brooklyn, you can do this. And I'm really big at trying to make her build her self-esteem young. Yeah, so good. Every time she tells me she can't do something. Yeah. But she's teaching me stuff. So yeah. I go, practice makes, because she like loves her dance and her ballet. Yeah. My son loves his footy. Yeah. But mindset. And I said, practice makes perfect. And she goes, no, Dad, practice makes better. Oh, good. Because we grew up in this cliche, there's no perfect.
It's just you're working towards being better.
Yeah, but how many times did you hear that growing up?
Yeah, always.
Always. So we have this mentality
Perfection is the goal.
But it's impossible. Yeah. So we already have an impossible task. Yes. She goes, no, Dad, practice makes better.
Oh, mate, she's school. She can be a jet.
Oh, mate, you're 6. Calm down. and my son, same. So like when he's being a really good person, being a good teammate on the footy field, being good to his mum.
Yeah, not scoring the goal. Hey, loved how you picked up your teammate.
Yeah, just conduct yourself in such a way that want other people to win. Yeah. And treat them with kindness, decency, and love. Yeah. And you know what? You never have a bad life. You'll never have a bad life if you're decent, kind, and loving. Yeah. You might have some terrible, tough moments, but you're going to have one that's pretty fulfilling. That would be my advice to them. Yeah.
What about for the audience? So they've had the opportunity to listen, obviously, about your experience of life and a lot of your, the really amazing information you've developed over the last 15 years or so since starting 2017? 17.
Yeah.
It's 10 years. That's a lot of information. Like, what advice would you give to the audience?
Yeah, I'd probably give the same advice I give to myself. Yep. Like, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for them.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Vice versa. So it is hope and choices. Yeah. Like, all you need is a drop of hope in your depths of despair to give yourself a fighting chance. Yeah. So I don't know who's listening to this audience, but the people I talk to every day, hope's important. Yeah. And hope only lives in action, though. Yeah. So hope's not just a thought or a feeling. Yeah. It needs to be action somewhere. Yeah. So it can't be like no weeds. You wake up the next morning and there's no weeds in your garden. Yeah. You've got to go out and you've got to do the work. So one foot in front of the other, but I'm just a big believer in hope. A drop of hope in your depths of despair gives you a chance in your health, your career, your finance, relationships, yourself, and something I still hold on to deeply now, like to be hopeful for a better day. to be hopeful, to be our brand's bigger. And people might say hope's not a strategy.
Yeah.
But it is when you're in a bit of a funk.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix my marriage.
Yeah.
It's got to start somewhere.
So exactly. It's the momentum again.
Yeah, because if you can't, well, what gets you up to try and fix your marriage or whatever it is? So like that feeling of like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And hope's that measure.
Yeah.
To help you take that step. So I'm big on that. And number 2 is choices. That you're not what happened to you, that you're who you decide to become.
Yeah.
Like, so the things that happen to you, it's not what you go through, it's how you carry it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this podcast, right, and you've gone through some tough times, or you're about to go through some tough times, whatever that may be, someone that you care about sick, you're going through a change in your job, you're going through a breakup, you're struggling with your mental health, that what happened to you or what's happening to you doesn't define who you become. The choices that you make because of it does. So remember that the power is always in the choice. And that's always my advice. It's my advice to me. It's my advice to my kids, advice to my team. And I think if you can kind of lock into them 2 things, you can kind of weather the storm.
Mate, we could keep going. I probably don't leave because I don't forget. Hey, I just want to say thank you for the chat, the genuine chat. We, unfortunately, the audience didn't get the hour of us talking about coffee and all sorts of good stuff as well. Should record that. But no, mate, I just wanted to say, hey, thank you for your time. But also, like, it's you know, go back to the alchemy piece. Like, I see people have experienced things in life and it break them. And, you know, like, you could have been broken by the things that you've experienced. And not only have you not been, but you're trying to be you are being a better person of that. You're learning and you're sharing that with other people. And the reality is there's actually no better calling than in human endeavor is trying to be better yourself. Yeah. 1, and then 2, trying to help other people. Like, that's what it's about. Like, you imagine if we had everyone in the world trying to do that.
Just 1%.
We would just be crushing it, right? And your example too, you know, talk about inspiration and that sort of stuff, like what you're doing with your business, how you show up as a person. I haven't met you. You came out and, you know, greeted me like I was a long lost brother. Like you do, I see the authenticity and the genuine nature of like what you're trying to do is great. And that's what we love, is we love having genuine people here to have genuine conversations. And you've been amazing, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Thank
You're
you.
a legend. I appreciate it.
And it's just, we 10 million lives, we're one true measure, we're 100% behind the Happiness Co, and would love to be able to contribute any way that we could do going forward in the future. But
thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
It's been amazing.
It's been amazing, man. And thank you for the kind words. And it's not lost on me. And I know it's hard to do good, and it's nice to have good people in your corner cheering you on. And I guess one last thing I'd like to leave people, I just thought about before, is that it's never too late. Yeah. I was talking to someone last week, they were 55, and I said, but like, how long do you reckon you got left then? Yeah. No, I want to go to 75. I was like, wicked, you got 20 years to lived some like, because it was like, I've messed up so many things. Yeah. I was like, but you got 20 good ones left, man, if you want to. So like, if you're listening to this right now and you feel like you're past your expiry date on happiness, there is no expiry date on it. Like, it's not like milk. Like, there's always, even if it's 1 year, 2 year, 5, it doesn't matter where you are in that journey, that orbit, how old you are, how much you've gone through, there's no expiry date on it.
Have you been watching the World Cup?
No.
I
know the results of the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's Cape Verde. It's like a small country of like 500,000 people. The goalkeeper, right, is an electrician by day, and he's 40. Love this. He started professional football at 35, and he played against Argentina, and he went from having, you know, this is not a measure, but 50,000 followers on social media to having 20 million within 1 week, because his performance and how he's shown up is just unreal. It's an example of like you think an age is, you know, you spent, you don't have that opportunity, but you're right, like that today is always the opportunity to change the circumstances of your life if you choose to action. Yeah,
today you get a chance, a choice, a change to turn it all around.
Yeah.
And you know how people say, like, just like this guy, like, it's never too late to chase your dreams. Yeah. Well, whatever the audience are dreaming about, awesome. But what's more important to me is, like, it's never too late to be happy. Yeah. Like, don't stop chasing that and finding that, because that will help you find your dreams, probably.
That's right. That's probably, as we spoke about before, that's a precursor. Get the happiness right and the rest will follow.
Yeah, then you might want to be like, I want to do this for a living. Yeah. And I'm so compelled because I know who I am. Yeah. Or I know what makes me happy. Yeah. So thanks again, man.
Thanks, man. we'd love to have you back on as well, hopefully in the future.
Let me know.
See how, new studio. Yeah, exactly.
Season 2, Season 3?
Season 2, definitely, mate. We'll have you. No, it's been great, mate. Thank you. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Great to have Jules on today. Next week, we've got another great chat as well. We've got some cool social media stuff coming out. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you for everyone for jumping on and listening. And once again, the number one thing that we're trying to do with One True Measure, and I know what you're doing around Happiness Co, is trying to build a community of like-minded people. And so if you've taken anything from the chat, share it with other people, the people that matter in your life. Share it with them, because if you've got value, we'd love to make sure that gets amplified out to a whole bunch of extra people, and that's what we're trying to do. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. See you guys.